Well, Steve Mowry, Kelly Ward, Rob Williams here in Mustang, Oklahoma. Great Joe Riddle punching the buttons tonight for us back at the studios of KYFM. And yes, he's responsible for Mustang Sally playing, as that must be the theme tonight, Steve, as we are just about ready for what we expect to be a very good ball game tonight between your 7-0 Owasso Rams and your 5-2 Mustang Broncos. This is the game that we've affectionately dubbed the Blankenship Bowl. Of course, our Rams coached by Bill Blankenship, as you heard earlier in the pregame show. We talked a little bit about the fact that Lee Blankenship, Coach B's second cousin, is the head coach of the Mustang Broncos. And yes, he's the same Lee Blankenship that was the head coach of the Bartlesville Bruins for a season. That was last year. So those of you listening back in Bartlesville tonight, you guys know a familiar name there. But Steve, we know that both Blankenships on this field have their teams coached up and ready to play tonight.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun ball game tonight as we really decipher what's going on in this district, as the Owasso Rams in their next 3 games will face 3 teams that tonight are 3-1. Tonight, starting with Mustang, it'll be Moore back at home next week, and then Putnam City North. So this district will play itself out as we finish this final realm of the season. But a big game here tonight, Grant, where the Rams face the Mustang Broncos, and in a setting that the Rams have typically not had a lot of success.
I know that there has been, it's been a while since the Owasso Rams have won here in Mustang. Of course, this is a tough place to play football, and Owasso with a big target on its back as the only undefeated team in Class 6A1. Of course, that's kind of been the theme all over the state. Those undefeated teams are few and far between. You've got Bixby in 6A2. You had Muskogee last week that went up against a one-win Shawnee team in their stadium and ended up getting upset. So it can happen, and that is something that everybody's watching out for tonight. Now, I will tell you, it is a cold, wet, nasty, miserable night in Mustang, and if you are a fan who has come to this game tonight, God love you for your support of the Owasso Rams, because we know a lot of people are going to be sitting this one out and watching us on TV tonight.
Well, that's for sure. It's going to be a thin crowd here this evening. It's a misty, rainy evening, even over here in Mustang, as it has been in Owasso all day long. And, Grant, you got to wonder how that's going to affect the energy here with these ball clubs tonight, and also the game plans that they have in place, because both teams have very efficient passing quarterbacks between Cole Duggar and Mustang. It's going to be interesting to see how Coach Blankenship and, well, Coach Blankenship on either side, I guess we need to be more specific, how they're going to adjust their game plans. But I really think it's going to favor the Rams. It's going to be one of those games you're going to have to grind out on the offensive and defensive lines on a misty, rainy evening here this evening.
I mean, I'm looking out in the stands, and all I see is umbrellas. Kelly Ward's behind us, changing into like 4 layers of clothing to go out on the sidelines, because it's about 40 degrees right now here in Mustang. It's supposed to drop to a low of about 34, I believe, is what we saw, and the wind chill was already at the freezing mark tonight, so it's going to be a cold one.
So glad that we're not Kelly Ward, that we get to stay here in the booth and get to stay in the friendly confines here on the broadcast booth. But you're right, it's going to be an ugly evening here this evening. We don't expect the weather to change any throughout the night, as we see it's homecoming here at Mustang as they recognize their seniors here on the field. And as you mentioned, a lot of the parents and adults out on the field with their umbrellas. It's a pretty thin crowd here this evening, so the Rams going to have to find energy within themselves for this very key district ball game.
We're about 17 minutes away from kickoff between the Owasso Rams and the Mustang Broncos on the road tonight. Final road game of the regular season. Proud to bring it to you tonight here on 100.1 KYFM. And as we take a quick break, we will be back in about 2 minutes, and we'll go over our starting lineups, also the keys to victory as well. You're listening to Owasso Ram Football on 100.1 KYFM. Ward, Rob Williams along with you tonight. Joe Riddle back in the studios punching all the buttons, making us sound good tonight, and we appreciate you being along with us for Owasso Ram football. Coming up, a special guest at halftime. We've got the great Gracie Shriver. Now, Steve has been complaining for the last few minutes.
Well, I'm not going to say complaining.
Well, you weren't there.
I'm not
when
complaining
Gracie
about Gracie.
dropped by the office this morning. So, but we're loving what she's doing on The Voice. We're loving the progress that she's making, and our own hometown star will be joining us at halftime. So maybe you can say hi to her then, right?
I'll say hello. Yes, I want my picture with her though.
We'll get the pictures for you. That's for sure. So be sure. I think that may be an exclusive. I haven't seen anybody else interview her as of yet during her time on The Voice, and she'll be joining us tonight here on the halftime show, and you'll have the audio of that and a complete story about her sit down with us on InsideOwasso.com on Monday morning. So anyway, that's going to be a cool thing. Our starting lineups tonight are brought to you by Duralast Roofing. Zach Harbaugh and his crew ready to take care of you on a cold, rainy night like tonight. You certainly don't want any leaks in your roof. You might want to call Zach if you have them, so he can take care of those. Go visit him on the web at DuralastRoofing.com. Our starting lineup pretty much the same. Cole Duggar in at quarterback, the 6'1", 180-pound senior. Running back Derek Overstreet's going to be starting tonight as Isaiah Jacobs is still on the injured list. Peyton Lusk and Trey Goins, Keelan Carney starting in the 3 wide receiver positions tonight. Mario Kirby starting at tight end. Hudson Mosby starting at left tackle tonight. Logan Ledbetter, the left guard. Alan Carey in at center tonight. Right guard Grayson Isaac, and Dylan Gilbert is in at right tackle. And on the defensive side of the football, for Owasso, Hayden Grant and Andre King in each of the defensive end positions. Defensive tackles, Michael Jamerson and Jaden Love. Outside linebacker, Dawson Adams. Inside linebackers, Ahmad Triplett, Brendan Dye. Safeties, Tristan Profit and Gage Laney. And at the cornerback position, Deuce Mayberry and Omar Barker. Tate Farley, our punter tonight. Will Feltz is going to be our place kicker, and kickoffs will be handled by Hagen Hood tonight, as those are your specialists for this evening. Of course, also coached by Bill Blankenship, and as he is, of course, 7-0 this year at the helm of the Owasso Rams. For the Mustang Broncos, Hayden Conrad, a 6'5", 215-pound senior quarterback. We called his name plenty over the last 2 years, Steve. He will be starting tonight. Harvey Phillips, Chris Duran, Will Haddix in the receiver positions. Kari Brown is going to be also playing at receiver tonight. Andre Dollar as well. Cade Williamson, the left tackle. Connor Leeper, the left guard. The center, Ethan Bunch. Wyatt King at right guard. Micah Davis at right tackle. So a lot of names called there, Steve, that we heard last year during the Mustang game. They bring back some experience, and this ought to be a good game tonight.
Well, it should be fantastic, as Owasso ranked number 1 in Class 6A in the state of Oklahoma, facing number 4 Mustang, who has moved up in the rankings. They've been even at number 9 and worked their way up with a record of 5-2 as they take on the Rams here this evening. And another big ball game, East versus West, is going to be the Norman Tigers, who are number 2 in the state, taking on the Jinx Trojans. Jinx, who started out the year very roughly, making a comeback now in that district as well, will play itself out as Jinx coming in 3-1, facing the Norman Tigers. So a couple of key games here tonight on the west side of the state. A big game for the Rams, a big game for the Trojans, which may have big implications for state playoff rankings.
All right, we are pausing for the national anthem here at Mustang Broncos Stadium. We will take a 2-minute timeout, and when we come back, we'll go over our Owasso First Assembly keys to victory. This is Owasso Ram football on KYFM. Carroll, Steve Mowry, Kelly Ward, Rob Williams, Jared Gallagher along with you tonight. We appreciate you making us a part of your evening here on 100.1 KYFM and the Owasso Sports Network. About 7 minutes away from kickoff between the Rams and the Mustangs tonight as they get ready for the opening coin toss, and they'll determine who's doing what here in the first half. While they do that, our Keys to Victory brought to you by Owasso First Assembly of God. Watch their services online this Sunday beginning at 10:30 at owassofirst.com, or catch up with them on Facebook. Bruce McCarty and his crew will have a great message. You might even see Kelly Ward at the beginning of the service. Don't let that discourage you. But Owasso First Assembly of God, definitely one of our key sponsors here on Owasso Ram football tonight. Our keys to victory, what are they, sir?
Well, Grant, first of all, on a night like tonight, you got to think that the passing game is going to be very key into forcing the running game. I think a key now, as things have changed with this kind of weather, the offensive line is going to have to set the tone for the Owasso Rams, who on their first drive of each football game have not really been very successful, and so the Ram offensive line going to be key here tonight. Also, I thought coming in that the defensive secondary was going to be key for Owasso, having to take on this quarterback who has been very hot, Hayden Conrad for Mustang, and tonight it may not come into quite as play as we thought it was. So offensive and defensive line, the trenches where it always starts. Turnovers are typically big in a game like tonight, and a thing that we've watched all season long, special teams going to be very important, especially in this kind of weather, as you and I can continue to see the heavy mist blowing down across the field here this evening.
That's kind of the worst part to drive in. It's the worst part to sit in, and
Yeah.
I can only imagine it's the worst part to play in out on that football field tonight. Well, Owasso has deferred to the second half, and Mustang will start out receiving the football. What kind of difference does that make, Steve?
Well, I mean, that's going to be important for the Rams to come out and make a stand here in the early going. I know Coach Blankenship puts a lot of faith in his defense. The Rams only allowing 14 points a game per average here this evening. Mustang, a very potent offense, averaging 34.4 points per game. But on tonight, you got to think that's going to be limited down. You got to knock that down maybe 6 to 8 points at best as they come in against this potent Ram defense. So we'll see what they can do. Again, I think if the Rams can set the tone, you don't want to let a team like Mustang get confidence, score early, and get ahead, and the Rams have got to set the tone early on, and I know Coach Klink has his defense ready to do this tonight for Owasso.
I'm sitting here looking at the radar, and the rain is not going anywhere. I heard it described on the radio today as an inland hurricane almost. It was one of the sports commentators at Oklahoma City put it, but this rain has got them in a holding pattern, and it is going to stay that way for the entire night. So it's going to be this cold, this wet, this rain and mist for the entirety of the evening this evening as we get ready for Owasso Ram football. So they'll have to hold on to that football this evening and take the extra effort to do it, as we have quite a ball game for you tonight. Again, some of the other games going on. You mentioned Broken Arrow taking on Norman North, as that's going to be a big one this evening. And Steve, you can almost throw paint at a wall and pick a color, and that's almost as accurate as describing what the playoff scenario is going to look like.
Yeah, and also Jinx and Norman here tonight. That's really going to play out that district as well. The Norman Tigers are the surprise of the West, trying to maybe come across and break into the top 4 over in Tulsa County, and it'll be an interesting game here tonight. 2 really big games here to see if the West side can actually come up. And Grant, talking about that, I mean, Mustang went over and took care of Union. I say took care of Union. They beat the Redskins 23-21. They got a late fourth quarter touchdown from the previous mentioned Hayden Conrad. He is 6'6", 220 pounds. He's a big guy back in the pocket that feels very comfortable, and his key play of the season was that 29-yard touchdown pass to Chris Duran with 15 seconds left at Union for a 23-21 victory. The very key in that in this division race right now is Union is looking on the inside out coming into tonight.
As we come to the top of the hour, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Owasso Rams football. Get ready to take on the Mustang Broncos. Grant Merrill, Steve Mowry, Rob Williams, Kelly Ward along with you tonight. Jared Gallagher surfacing somewhere around here. Again, some of those other games that we were talking about, Yukon and Broken Arrow this evening. We'll be keeping an eye on that one. Westmore and Edmond Santa Fe, Southmore and Edmond North. Jinx taking on Norman. I had said Broken Arrow earlier, got that mixed up there without looking at the Squirtle app here. Union at home against Norman North. We got some pretty good games tonight.
Yes. Yeah, there's some key matchups that are going to play out in these districts here this evening.
And I'm just thankful that somebody is going to come out a winner between Edmond Memorial and Enid tonight.
Yeah.
Both of those teams going into their respective game winless this evening. The Owasso Rams are getting ready to take the field. The fog machine, the fog is mixing with the mist over where they're about to run out onto the field, and we are just about ready for football this evening. Let's take a 1-minute break, and when we come back, kickoff is straight ahead. You're listening to Owasso Ram football on 100.1 KYFM. Here in Mustang, Oklahoma, Grant Merrill, Steve Mowry, along with you, Rob Williams, the Eagle Eye, keeping the numbers. Rob told me that somebody actually addressed him on the internet as Eagle Eye the other night.
Whoa.
So it's catching on. He's got a fan club building for his calculating ability out there. And, of course, Kelly Ward roaming the sideline tonight. We are just about ready for football as both of these teams coming out onto the field with an energy that we haven't seen in many of these ball games this year. And, Steve, you got to remember last year that was kind of one of the more intense, as far as extracurriculars go, that was one of the more intense games that we saw at Owasso Stadium last year.
Yeah, the Rams come out with a 35-10 victory at Owasso, but they haven't had much success here, Grant, over the last couple of seasons, as they lost 40-21 in 2016 and then 21-14 in 2015. I think this is a different ball club coming in here this evening against Mustang, ranked number 1 in the state. Rams been playing some very good football coming into tonight, quite honestly. I'm glad the last 3 games are over with so that the Rams can really show what potential and growth they have made at this course of the season.
Mustang sending 2 men back deep to receive. They'll set up shop at about the 8-yard line as Hagan Hood gets ready to kick it away for the Owasso Rams. And we are just about ready for showtime here as a fresh new 12 minutes has been put on the clock. The football teed up at the 40-yard line, and we are ready to go tonight. Actually, that's going to be Feltz kicking it away. His
and
kick.
He does.
End over end, and it is going to bounce into the end zone, and that will leave Mustang with a 1st and 10 from their own 20 to get things started here tonight.
Nice kickoff by William Phelps. You know, Grant, that's one of those things that people don't see much of, that if you give the Mustang Broncos a long field, kick it out of the end zone instead of the traditional pooch kick that the Owasso Rams have been doing this point of the season, that's a big kickoff right there to start this ball game.
So Hayden Conrad is the quarterback for the Broncos. Again, he's one that you heard Bill Blankenship talk about during the pregame show. 6'5", 215 pounds. You won't miss him on the field, Steve, as he is one of the better quarterbacks that we've seen out of Mustang in recent years.
Yeah, this is going to be key for the Rams' defense here in the early going. I like the fact that the defense is coming out early, try to get a stop, and give the offense good starting field position on their opening possession.
Conrad with twins to the right, one man split to the left. He gets ready to take the snap here as he has a man in motion to the left. Here's the snap, handoff to the running back. He'll take it up the middle, getting up to the 24-yard line. We're going to see a lot of that tonight as that'll bring up 2nd and 6.
Brandon Dye right there to fill the hole, makes the tackle immediately. Just a short gain on the play.
Mustang in their home red with the black pants, black numbers as well. And now the whistle's blowing before they can even get their next snap off. As looks like an equipment issue. Harvey Phillips is that running back that is stationed next to Conrad, and we may see quite a bit of him tonight. They're going to try to get this equipment issue resolved. 11:36 left to go. We are just 24 seconds into this ball game.
Going to see Chance Lucas come in for the Rams at the far corner.
Conrad with the same formation, getting ready to take the snap on 2nd and 5. Man in motion to the right as he does so. Handoff, same man up the left side as he'll get up to the 30-yard line and near a first down. That's Phillips on the run there, and they'll move up the chains for the Broncos' first down of the evening.
And again, the previous mentioned Chance Lucas there for the tackle. Quick snap.
Conrad was ready to take the snap, but they're waving that off as the whistle's blown. It looks like we have a flag on the far side of the field.
Yeah, that's going to be a procedure call against Mustang, and that's going to back them up 5 yards. So a good play here by the Ram defense not to get caught up in that hurry up. Grant, before you could even turn over, Mustang was up on the line, but they jumped. So that's going to be an advantage for the Ram defense.
Conrad with the running back Phillips to his left this time, drops back to throw, slings it up the left side of the field, connecting with an open receiver there at the 27, and on the run there, Andre Dollar for the Mustangs as he was brought back for a loss.
Immediately by Tristan Profit, who has been doing a great job in run support and also those short passes coming up from his strong safety position.
Empty backfield behind Conrad, the quarterback. Man in motion to the right now. Quick handoff is into the hands of that man as he'll get up to the 29-yard line. Again, another stop and stuff right there behind the original line of scrimmage. They got as far as about the 31.
Yeah, you're going to see Brandon Dye out there along with Ahmad Triplett in this Ram defense. Too fast. We talked about it last week against Southmore. We're going to see it tonight against these Mustang Broncos. Sideline to sideline, the Rams very athletic and very speedy to make coverage tackles.
Twins to each side for Mustang this time as Conrad looks to the sideline to get another set of instructions. He's changing up things just a little bit. Out of the gun, he'll take it. 3rd and 10 from the 31. He drops back to throw, slings it right side. It's off the fingertips of his intended receiver. That was Tristan Plumley again, who he was aiming for. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th and 10 with 10:29 left to go in the first quarter.
But he was going up against the D1 commit to Kansas, Deuce Mayberry, who was right there, read it beautifully, and was able to tip the ball up out of the way. And now Mustang from about their own 18-yard line going to have to punt the ball away into this misty rain.
Gage Laney back to receive at the 34-yard line. Of course, Owasso moving right to left on the dial. Quick kick for the Broncos is going to bounce back to about the 40, and that's where they'll take over. Owasso will take over 1st and 10. As with 10:17 left to go, that's some good news there for Owasso fans.
Yeah, it really is. A good defensive hold that time, set up by the 5-yard penalty there, and great tackling by Owasso. And now the Rams with a bit of a short field. Good starting field position at their own 41-yard line. Actually, their 39-yard line.
Our starting quarterback tonight, Cole Duggar, as usual. Derek Overstreet in at running back. We've got twins to the left, and now Keelan Carney in motion to the right. He takes the handoff, and the defense gets to him quickly, Steve. They're going to bring him back down behind the line of scrimmage. Not a great start for the Owasso Rams, but that's only the first down.
Yeah, I tried to pull the left guard that time, and he kind of got caught up there for a moment, was unable to catch that block, and that left an open defender to get a hold of Keelan Carney there in the backfield before he could take that speed sweep to the right side.
That'll bring up 2nd and 15 from the 34-yard line. 9:50 left to go in the first quarter as some adjustments on the line. Here comes our quarterback, Duggar, he'll sling it to the right side, connecting with an open receiver over there. And that is, I believe, going to be Peyton Lusk on the catch as he gets up to back to the 40. But that's still 3rd down and 9.
Yeah, a good 7-yard pitch and catch there that time. Move the chains up and, give the Rams a chance here. They may go to Mario Kirby this early. I'm not sure. Let's see if they drag him across the middle.
Duggar taking the snap with here momentarily as he gets another set of instructions from the sideline. Even with a thin crowd, these Mustang Broncos making their own noise tonight.
Yeah.
You can hear them in the background as Duggar takes the snap. He rolls to the left, evading one defender. He'll sling it up the field and making a catch at the 50.
Oh, my gosh, Grant, come on. That's a great catch by Keelan Carney. I'm sorry, but Cole Duggar was able to avoid the blitz to his right and then square his shoulders and hit Carney for the first down. That's a big play by the Owasso Rams here on their first drive.
That is one of the most hard-earned Waterstone Private Wealth Management first downs we've seen all year. 8:48 left to go. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 50. Duggar with a man behind him, Overstreet, twins to the right, nobody to the left. Duggar ready to take the snap here. He does so. Handoff, Derek Overstreet up the middle. He'll push through, bulldozing his way down to the 41-yard line, and that is a 9-yard gain on the run there at the 8:26 mark.
He just rolled over the linebacker that time. It was a simple draw right up the middle, and Overstreet, who has really been coming into his own on his first opening carry, is able to burst up 8 yards, put the Rams in 2nd and short. You can do a lot here with this down and distance.
I wouldn't be surprised if he yelled, "Get out of my way," out of the gun. Here's Duggar with twins to the right this time. Handoff, Overstreet again, barreling up the middle, trying to get that first down. He'll get to the 40, maybe to the 39. We'll see. He's awfully close to getting those chains moved again, and yes, they're going to move them here as do the old chop for the first down. It's 1st and 10 from the 39.
Offensive line is going to be challenged here tonight, but they did a great job that time to be able to push this Mustang defense back and get that first down.
7:51 left to play here. Ronnie Thomas and Trey Goen split to the left. Lusk split to the right. Overstreet, the running back, and he'll get ready as Cole Duggar takes the snap beside him out of the gun here. Kirby moving a little bit on the line there as they make some adjustments. Now here's another handoff. Overstreet up the middle, gets down to the 34-yard line as he evaded about 2 defenders, getting that about a 4-yard gain there.
He is just gashing the defenders right now. Derek Overstreet and this offensive line is just mauling up front against Mustang. I thought they might take Lust on single coverage on the outside, but they're just going to grind it out and run it right up the field. Let's see what Coach Blankenship does here on this drive from their own 35-yard line.
I shorted him a yard. It's 2nd and 5 now with Overstreet running to the
we're
right.
Have a penalty. Let's see what it is.
Flags flying just as Cole Duggar took that snap. And
procedure against the Rams.
Going to be on Owasso, of course, as it's we're at the 6:52 mark, and that'll back us up to 2nd and 10 now. Our original position there from the 40-yard line, Steve.
Well, that'll back them up, but the Rams been very successful. That looked like that was going to be a pass play, Grant, on 2nd down. So let's see what decision they make here. I don't know if you want to try to give it to Overstreet again and see what he can get maybe up the middle, that 4 or 5 yards, and get us a manageable 3rd down.
Duggar with Overstreet behind him this time, takes the snap. Quick toss into the hands of Adams, out to the right side. He'll run to the 40, the 35, 30, down to the 20, down to the 15, brought down at the 12-yard line. Another Waterstone Private Wealth Management first down. He had to run about a mile to get it, but by golly, he's 12 yards away from the end zone.
Well blocked by the Rams on the front line to maintain the edge. He was being chased from behind, but Cole Adams, the freshman, just a freshman, too strong, too fast, too quick, gets to the outside. The Rams knocking at the door, the Mustang Broncos.
That'll bring up 1st and 10 from the 12-yard line, 6:20, and the clock rolling left here in this first quarter. No score as of yet, but Owasso knocking on the door. Going split to the left this time for the Rams. Mario Kirby close in, and Thomas in motion to the right. Handoff up the middle, Kirby. He's going to get down to about the 7-yard line. A 5-yard gain will bring up 2nd and 5.
This Ram offensive line is just mauling people up front. That's the first carry we've seen out of the backfield all year by Mario Kirby, a different wrinkle by Coach Blankenship. They may just try to grind this on in for an opening touchdown. Let's see what the Rams do here on about 2nd, we'll call it 5.
Could you call it 4 yards in a cloud of mist, maybe?
Sure.
Man in motion to the left, handoff again. Kirby barreling up the middle. They read it like a book this time. He's going to be brought down near the 4, but near the first down marker.
Well, that's okay. If they're going to commit to that inside run, you line up Mario Kirby and then you do something to the outside and spread this defense. See what they can do here. The Rams with the ball at the 5-yard line.
That'll bring up 3rd down and 3. 5:14 left to play here. Twins to the right, nobody to the left, and now we've got a whistle. And it looks like a timeout called on the field. This is going to be on Owasso. 5:06 left to go in this first quarter. We'll take a break and be back right after this. You're listening to Owasso Ram Football on 100.1 KYFM.
Two straight runs right up the middle with Mario Kirby. They got a short down and distance here, and if Mustang is going to commit to the middle of the line, I think the Owasso Rams can break the edge and get something to the outside. This may be something again if Mustang is going to commit up the middle, maybe something right over the middle to a slant or a tight end. So let's see what Coach Blankenship dials up here as he takes this offensive huddle.
Both teams in a prolonged timeout here. They're finally breaking their huddle here to try to get everything right. 3rd down and 3 from the 5-yard line. Duggar leading his team onto the field here.
We're already down to almost 5 minutes to go here in this first quarter as the clock has been running. No score in our ball game so far.
They'll spot the football on the right hash mark. Goins and Thomas are split to the left of the line as Duggar with Mario Kirby right there next to him in what would usually be Overstreet's position. Duggar on the keeper, rolls to the right this time. Ran out of bounds at about the 2-yard line, but he should get his first down.
It's going to be close, and you got to wonder, even if not able to make that, is this 4-down territory for Coach Blankenship?
I don't think he got it. They're going to say 4th down and 2.
But I don't see the kicking team coming up so far, and this is going to be a statement drive here by Owasso on 4th down.
4th down and a yard to go from the 3-yard line. Overstreet in at running back as he's back into the action here. And now Duggar ready to take it off the right hash mark. Duggar sending Overstreet in motion to the right. He'll take it. Keeper as he runs forward trying to at least get the first down. They knock him back. The ball was knocked out of his hands, but he was down before so.
I think they're going to give him the first down. They're going to move the chains. He did not get into the end zone, but it's going to be enough for a first down. 1st and goal from inside the 1-yard line.
As the group Aerosmith sung, whatever it takes. So there you go. 1st down and goal from the 1. 1st and 1 from the 1. 4:03 left to go here as the Owasso Rams look for their first touchdown of the night. Goins and Thomas split to the right this time. Man in motion to the left.
Oh, touchdown.
Touchdown Owasso. Into the end zone goes Mario Kirby. He took that handoff, dove forward, and got his 6 points with 3:47 left to play.
Mario Kirby was not going to be denied. There was a wide open hole for him. He dove into the end zone before anybody could touch him. I'm not sure anyone did touch him as the Rams go up 6-0 here with 3:47 to go in the first quarter.
Hagen Hood trying to kick the extra point here. We'll see if he's able to do it on this wet, rainy night here in Mustang. The snap, the hold, the kick, the flag flying, and we'll see what they call here. Believe it was on Owasso. Looks like maybe a false start of some sort. So that'll make them retry this kick here. And Hagen Hood will have a do-over. 6-0 so far. 3:47 to play. And we'll await the kick here. The hold, the kick. This time it's up through the uprights and good. It's 7-0. 3:47 left to play. We'll take a 30-second break and be back for the kick right after this. You're listening to Owasso Ram Football on 100.1 KYFM.
Okay, team, First Bank's 2020 strategic marketing plan. Who has ideas? Rambo. That's a brilliant idea. That's why we have you on our team, Rambo.
What just happened?
All the numbers, and Joe Riddle punching the buttons back at the KYFM studios tonight. The Owasso Rams teeing it up on the 40-yard line, and with a J & Company CPA scoring drive update. What's it look like, Steve?
Well, a great stop by the Owasso Rams. It was a 12-play, 61-yard drive by Owasso that covered 6 minutes and 30 seconds. Mario Kirby with the 1-yard touchdown run. The Ram leads 7-0 here in the first quarter.
Will Feltz getting ready to kick it away here as Jacoby Johnson goes back deep for the Mustang Broncos, end over end. Kick is going to be fielded by Johnson at the 10. He'll get to the 15, 20, up to the 25, brought down at the 28-yard line by the Owasso defense, and that is where the Mustang Broncos will have it 1st and 10 with 3:38 left to play early in this ballgame.
Great coverage that time by the Rams to get downfield. Mustangs starting at their own 30-yard line.
From the 30, they'll take it here. Conrad, the quarterback. Harvey Phillips, his running back. Twins out to the right, one-man split to the left. Conrad ready to take the snap here off the left hash mark. Handoff, Phillips trying to go up the middle. Gets hugged by about 5 different guys trying to pull him down, and they'll get him to the original line of scrimmage and no further, Steve.
Yeah, great interior defense that time by the Owasso Rams. That was Michael Jamerson making the stop.
That kid's 5'10", 185 pounds, so he's not the biggest guy on the team, but he's still certainly trying. Yards gained there, 2nd and 9 from the 31. Harvey Phillips going up the left side this time. He'll get stopped at the 33, maybe the 34, so gain of 3 on the play will bring up 3rd down and 6.
Brandon Dye there on the stop, and so the Ram defense with an opportunity here with 2:50 to go in this first quarter to get a stop, get the ball back, maybe establish another drive.
3rd down and 6 from the 34-yard line. Twins to the right this time. As Conrad gets ready to take the snap, now he'll roll out to the right, looking for somebody to pass it to. Almost picked off there by the Owasso defense. Omar Barker couldn't jump high enough to make the catch, but boy, it wasn't for a lack of trying.
Well, the pass was actually intended for Kerry Brown, but underneath was Barker, and he fades off his man into the passing lane, tips the ball up. It's going to be a 3-and-out here for the Ram defense. Again, Grant, they're going to get good starting field position. Maybe at their own 35-yard line unless Gage Laney can make a catch and return it further.
4th down and 6 from the 34 as they get ready to punt it away right here. Gage Laney back, as you mentioned, at the 34-yard line. Owasso leading at 7-0 if you're just joining us. 2:29 left to go in the first quarter. Glad you're with us tonight here on KYFM as the Rams get ready for their second drive of the night. First one resulted in a touchdown, so can't complain about that. And now it was a fake. They give it to the first man through. He's going to get up to about the 44-yard line, and they get their first down, Steve. And on the run there, that is going to be number 20 for the Mustang Broncos, and that is Sylvester Joseph on the run there.
Well, you got to give them credit. They did it very efficiently in faking the punt, and Lee Blankenship, the other Blankenship, doing a good job that time of giving his opportunity or giving his offense another opportunity here.
Well, give credit where credit is due. They got their first down. Twins out to the left. Conrad, the quarterback, handing off Phillips, the running back. The first man through gets up to about the 44-yard line, maybe the 45, and that'll bring up second down and 7 now for the Mustang Broncos.
I'm going to guess that might have been a little embarrassing and a little bit of a motivation for this Ram defense here. They had the 3 and out. Now they got to come back out onto the field and reestablish field position.
William Haddock split to the right for the Mustang Broncos. 2 others as well. Conrad rolling to the right this time, trying to connect with an open receiver near the 43-yard line. And that, ladies and gentlemen, was Andre Dollar. And he made the catch to make it 3rd down and 5.
Yeah, brought down immediately there by the corner. I think that was Deuce Mayberry on this side. Yep.
1:05 left to play here. One man split to the right, Twins to the left. Hand off to Phillips. He runs up the middle and gets his first down as he'll make it as far as the 44-yard line. So Harvey Phillips, as we mentioned, not the biggest man on the team, but he can push through some defenders when he's called upon.
Yeah.
Hurry up offense here. 1st and 10. Conrad handing off. Phillips again up the middle. Gets about a 1.5 gain, and that'll bring up 2nd down and 9.
So Mustang really trying to come up and make the Rams stay on the field. They're doing a quick snap here as they line up once again very quickly, trying to go fast here on this drive.
Trips to the left now, and Conrad, the quarterback, taking the snap. He'll do so. Dropping back, looking, he's in trouble. Rolls out to the right, slings it up the right side of the field.
Great defense by Deuce Mayberry here on the near sideline. It was one-on-one. Mayberry turned around just in time, knocked the ball away, as under heavy duress was Hayden Conrad.
And that'll bring up 3rd down and 8 from the 42-yard line.
They don't challenge him often, but Deuce shows you right there why they don't challenge him very often. The commit to the University of Kansas in great one-on-one coverage.
Twins to the left, one man to the right. Conrad with a man in motion to the right this time, takes the snap here. Hands off, first man through, up the left side. On the run there, Kerry Brown, the 5'10", 180-pound senior wide receiver, bringing up 4th down and 7. They're going to keep on going here, Steve.
The senior Dawson Adams was right there to make a quick play. No gain on the play, if anything. And so we'll see. They're going to go for it here, Grant.
Conrad taking the snap. Not before a timeout's called. They're going ahead and take a quick break. So we'll do
that's
so
the end
with
of the
them.
first quarter.
Oh yeah, there. I forgot to see the clock over here, winding down to 0-0. 7-0 our score. We'll take a 1-minute break and be right back. Again, Owasso in the lead as you're listening to Rams football presented by InsideOwasso.com on 100.1 KYFM. Fresh new 12 minutes put on the clock. 7-0 our score. Grant Merrill, Steve Mowry along with you. Rob Williams crunching all the numbers tonight. Kelly Ward roaming the sidelines as Mustang has it 4th and 6 from the 40. They looked as if they were going to go for it, and nothing's changed as Conrad brings his team back onto the field with twins to each side of the line here. Conrad ready to take the snap as he splits the hash marks. He gets his count, looks back to the sideline, and now
you got to wonder if they're going to try to really take a snap here.
And
yes, they are.
A man in motion to the left as he bobbles the snap, fumble on the play. Who's got it? It's Owasso. There they go. Over to the 48-yard line. Ladies and gentlemen, that is Brendan Dye, and he was able to get that taken care of.
Well, it was bobbled as they had a speed sweep coming to the near side, but the snap was not taken cleanly. Dye was right there in the mix of it, and it was going to be 4th down anyway, but a fumble recovered by the Owasso Rams in Mustang territory. It'll be 1st and 10 Owasso.
From the 50-yard line as they will move from left to right, as we mentioned. Now Cole Duggar leading his team back onto the field. Overstreet to his left, Mario Kirby to his right, twins to the left side of the line. Duggar throws left, aiming for Keelan Carney. He can dash. Carney at the 45, brings it down to the 39-yard line. Move up those chains. That should be a Waterstone Private Wealth Management 1st down.
And a great block. Again, we've said it time and time again, Grant. Trey Goins on the outside picks off that first man and allows the receiver to make a catch and move upfield.
But
there's going to be a penalty against the Rams.
Yeah.
And again, when you come over to the west side sometimes, they're not used to seeing this good of football.
1st down and 19 will be the penalty after the call.
Got to bring that back, as that was too good of a play.
11:41 left to play here in Mustang. 7-0. Have to remind people where we are when they start hearing the penalty
This is
flag
Owasso
fly.
Radio, and if you don't like it, you can switch over somewhere else.
Twins to the right. First man, or actually a fake handoff as Duggar launches it up the field and connects. Here he goes. Touchdown Owasso. Yeah! Ladies and gentlemen, that is Cole Adams. How about that?
You want to back them up? We'll just throw it farther from touchdown.
It is showtime, and Cole Adams is the star. 13-0 our score.
Yeah, what a great throw in this nasty weather by Cole Duggar.
Brandon Brewer, if you are running the social media, I think the hashtag on that should be for Steve Mowry.
Sorry.
Here comes the extra point. I love it. Hagan Hood getting ready to kick it as he'll do so momentarily. The snap coming, the hold, the kick. It is up through the uprights and good, and just like that, it's 14-0. 11:28 left to go in this first half. We'll take a timeout and be back in 30 seconds. You're listening to Owasso Ram Football presented by InsideOwasso.com on 100.1 KYFM.
Morning, Daniel. Morning, Rambo. Morning.
You on the game tonight? Of course.
Kick it away from the 40-yard line, and with a J and Company CPAs by the number stats update. How much did Rob have to calculate there, Steve?
Grant, you and I can figure this out. It was one play covering 57 yards, took 22 seconds, and it was a Cole Adams 57-yard touchdown reception from Cole Duggar on a beautifully play. I mean, it was greatly blocked up front. Cole Duggar very comfortable in the pocket. Cole Adams, who may be the fastest guy on the field, is in one-on-one coverage down the middle of the field. The defender cannot keep up with him. He makes a great catch, scampers into the end zone with 11:28 to go here in the second period. It's Owasso 14, Mustang 0.
Steve able to add that one up on his fingers
Yes.
tonight. Jacoby Johnson back deep to receive at the 5-yard line as Will Felts gets ready to kick it away now for the Owasso Rams. And now he'll do so. It's an end-over-end short kick. That is going to be a fair catch called for near the 37-yard line, and that is where Mustang will have it 1st and 10. 11:27 left to go in this first half. It's 14-0.
Well, I'm sorry,
us.
Grant, before that second quarter, we got the first quarter numbers. The Rams rushed 10 times for 50 yards. Cole Duggar was 3 for 3 for 73 yards at that point. And then Mustang, 10 rushes for 43 yards, 2 for 5 through the air for 3 yards. Rams with 123.
Here is the Rams lead at 14-0. Handoff, first man through. Harvey Phillips gets it up to the 45. Gets it up just near the first down marker. But they'll call him back down, I guess, about 3 yards shy of that. All right, 11:08 left to play here. That'll bring up second down and 5 from the 45-yard line. And now a handoff. Phillips up the left side this time. Gets up to about the 48-yard line. Kari Brown, on the carry. And that'll bring up third down and about 3.
Big opportunity here for the Rams. 3rd and 3. Get your defense off the field and maybe a chance to extend this lead, Grant.
3rd down and 3 from the 47. Twins to the right, one man split to the left.
Looks like power right.
And now Conrad ready to take the snap off the left hash mark. He's got a couple men in close there. Harvey Phillips is running back, switches places with him.
They leave the tight end behind the right tackle.
And now handoff, Phillips trying to go up the middle, gets up to about the 49.
Not going to happen because right there is the big Ram up.
Empty side to the right, and now the handoff again. Phillips trying to crank up the middle there. He'll get back to about the 22 or so. Actually, Kari Brown on the run. They've been alternating that position there, so we'll try to keep up. 8:38 left to play here. Twins to the left. This hurry-up offense, it's for real, man. They don't take much time. Brown in at the running back position, it would appear, and now the snap to Conrad. Conrad handing off. First man through, getting up to about the 20, down to maybe the 19. Kari Brown, the ball carrier once again, and that was 3rd down and 5. 14-0 if you're just joining us. 8:05 left to go here.
Rams with you got to think here with this Ram defense, Coach Blankenship, Lee Blankenship, and the Mustang Broncos going to try to make it 4-down territory.
And now Conrad, the quarterback, ready to take the snap here. He'll do so. Handoff up the left side goes Kari Brown. He'll get down to about the 14-yard line, and they'll move up the chains. That's another Mustang Bronco first down.
Broncos establishing a drive here. Rams got to hunker down and try to force them into a kicking situation.
And now 1st and 10 from the 15. Conrad, the quarterback, handing off up the left side. Believe that's Brown again. He'll get to the 11. That is going to be a 4-yard gain. And that will bring up 2nd down and 6.
Tristan Profit coming up to contain on the outside, making a tackle there.
7:05 and the clock rolling. This game's gone by pretty quickly
yes,
as they've kept it on the ground. And now handoff, Phillips up the middle. He'll get up to about the 6-yard line. Still trying to punch his way in there. As he's close to the first down, they'll give it to him. Move up those chains. It'll be 1st and goal from the 5-yard line. 6:46 to play. Owasso leading at 14-0. But the Mustang Broncos knocking on the door right here.
Yeah, keeping the Rams off balance up front, trying to force this into the end zone.
Getting that quick offense here as Conrad takes the snap. Handoff.
Oh,
Phillips.
Great job off the edge. Dawson Adams able to jump in and make the tackle before Phillips can get up into the line of scrimmage.
He read him like a book. Phillips maybe got to the 3-yard line, if that. And that'll bring up 3rd and goal here. It should bring up 3rd and goal here. 2nd and goal from the 5.
2nd and goal, yes, sir.
6:13, clock rolling here.
Coach Klink calling in for defensive replacements.
And now a timeout on the field, it looks like, as Owasso's going to call it this time. 6:06 left to play in the first half, 14-0. We'll take a 30-second break and be back right after this. You're listening to Owasso Ram Football on 100.1 KYFM.
Hi, my name is Mary Taylor. I'm the Chief Talent Acquisition Officer at First Bank of Owasso. Now, recently, we acquired some talent that Coach Blankenship said that they had a lot of character. Well, he's literally a character. The type of talent that he has is a little bit difficult to apply to our banking environment. At First Bank, we're always looking for individuals to join our team and bring your special talent with you.
Few minutes to the second quarter.
Well, I like what the Rams have been doing, but right now Mustang has figured out a way to grind out a drive, and they are looking at second and goal to goal from the 5-yard line. Let's see if the Rams defense able to make a stand. You got to think that Coach Lee Blankenship is going to make this 4-down territory as he trails 14-0 with 6:06 to go before halftime.
Phillips in at running back. Conrad takes the snap as he tries to go forward. He's going to be drilled, absolutely drilled there, just shy of the original line of scrimmage, brought down for a 4-yard loss, Steve, and that'll be third and goal from the 9-yard line.
Andre King came in, and if folks can remember the old Tim Tebow, looks like he's going to run into the line and do the little jump up in the air throw. That's exactly what the quarterback was trying to do that time. Unfortunately, Hayden Conrad did not have an open receiver, and Andre King was right there to bring him down, so it's going to be a big third down play here for Owasso's defense.
5:29 to play. Twins to the right this time. Third and goal from the 9. Conrad handing off. Up the left side goes Kerry Brown. Into the end zone he goes, but we've got a flag on the play.
Yeah, let's see what it is. I think we've got a hold here on the outside, and if it is, that will negate this touchdown and bring the ball back even further. Holding against Mustang.
There you go. There's your there's your call. So that'll knock them back a few yards, and it'll be second and goal from the 15. Or third down, I'm sorry, and goal from the 15. Scoreboard operator is not caught up with the grounds crew yet. 5:17 left to play here. Trips to the left this time, empty field to the right. Conrad, the quarterback, ready to take the snap. He looks to the sideline. Man in motion to the right. Conrad fakes a handoff, drops back to throw,
Screen.
slings it up the middle on the screen pass, and now it falls incomplete. That'll bring up fourth down.
Yeah, this Ram defense was not going to be denied. And you got to wonder, are you going to go for 7, or are you going to try to get 3 points on the board? Grant, what do you think?
Well, it looks like they're bringing out a new team here to maybe make the kick. They're going to try the field goal here at the 5:09 mark. 5:09 left to play. These Owasso fans yelling, block that kick. Here is the kick. It is up. It is through the uprights and good. Mustang is on the board, and it's 14-3. 5:03 left to go in the first half. Mustang trailing our Owasso Rams by 11 points. We'll take a 30-second break. Be back for the kick after this. You're listening to Owasso Ram Football on 100.1 KYFM.
I'm just not sure what we're going to do with this new guy. He gets so excited about everything. He's jumping around, foghorns, throwing his hands up. I've got foghorns. You want some foghorn? I've got your foghorn. Oh. Everybody loves the new guy. Everybody thinks he's the funny guy. What about me? What about me?
Known on Twitter as Sassy Steve Mowry.
Well,
Rob Williams.
I got a little excited. I'm sorry.
Thank you, Christian Campbell, for that
Yeah.
nickname that we will now bestow on Steve for the rest of the year.
I got a lot of nicknames, Grant, so I can live with that one.
Well, at least that one we can talk
Say
about
on the air.
yeah, without an FCC fine for our friends at the KYFM studios. Well, it is going to be kicked away from right to left. A little prolonged break here. I'm not sure if it's a TV timeout or what, but they're going to.
It is a Cox game tonight.
Well, we don't have to tell anybody that, but
No,
yeah.
because they want to listen to us.
They do.
Well, sure.
They don't get
fun
on the Cox cable broadcast.
Well, I mean, we are more fun. Come on.
Omar Barker is going to set up shop at about the 5-yard line, along with his buddy Cole Adams, as they'll kick it from right to left here. 5:03 left to play. The kick coming. Here it is. It's a fast kick back into the end zone, and that's going to bring up 1st and 10 from the 20 for the Owasso Rams. 5:03 left to play here. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line. Well, Steve, a scoring drive for Mustang on that one. What do we have on a Matt J. CPA scoring drive?
Well, that was a drive that went down 14 plays, but Grant, the Ram defense really made a stand before Mustang comes up with a 32-yard field goal, aided by a holding penalty against the Broncos.
Duggar with twins to the left, hands off. Up around the right side, goes Overstreet. He's breaking free to the 45, 50, down to the 45 again, down to the 30. He's ran out of bounds at the 27-yard line. Holy smokes, he is deep into Mustang territory. 4:50 left to play here. First half action.
That's a big run by Derek Overstreet, who has come in. We didn't even really know who he was, Grant, till the 3rd or 4th game of the season when Isaiah Jacobs went down. But he has been phenomenal for this Ram running game.
Twins to the left, Peyton Lusk to the right, and now a handoff. Overstreet again, rolling around the right corner. They read that one better that time, and he gets back up to about the 25. Those flags still flying here. 4:40 left to go.
I don't know if we had a hold on the inside by Owasso or if there was a late play out of bounds. Let's see how this plays out. 4:40 to go here in the second quarter. Rams lead 14-3.
So, referee's still talking here.
It's going to be holding against Owasso, and they're looking over to see if Coach Lee Blankenship wants to accept that, and he does.
1st and 10 from the 26 turns into 1st and 10 from, it looks like, the 36 here. They are, well, now they're marking it off and going back up.
We had a dead ball penalty after the fact, Grant.
And that's going to take it up to the 21.
Yeah.
So a 15-yard penalty on Mustang will advance the Rams by 5 yards. How about that?
That's awesome.
Twins to the left side of the line. Goins and Thomas. Peyton Lusk split to the right.
What are we looking at here? 1st and 5, maybe?
Yeah, 1st and 5 from the 21-yard line.
Another opportunity for Owasso.
Kirby to the right of the quarterback, Overstreet to the left. Here's the snap. He drops back to throw, slings it up the middle of the field, aiming for Mario Kirby. The pass batted down by a Mustang Bronco. That, ladies and gentlemen, Judson Rowland. And that'll bring up 2nd down and 5 from the 21. 4:33 left to go in the half.
Mario Kirby was in the slot here on the right side, and Cole Duggar was under duress. Kirby got behind the linebacker and was just unable to get the pass from Duggar that time.
4:33 to play here. Owasso with another look at the sidelines. Duggar shouting out some instructions here before they get this play off. Duggar takes the snap, drops back to throw, slings it right side this time, aiming for Peyton Lusk, and he's brought down inside the 20.
Well, he is, Grant, but he's got to catch that cleanly. Peyton Lusk, who is a fantastic athlete, bobbles it for a moment. That allows the to get up to him. If he catches that cleanly, he's able to get a 1st down. Now it's 3rd and 1 for the Rams.
From the 17-yard line, Twins to the right this time.
Just run Overstreet up the middle. We'll get this 1st down.
And now Duggar ready to take the snap. on the keeper. He runs forward. He should get the first down himself here as he gets to the 15-yard line.
Yep.
So a 2-yard gain moves up those chains for another Waterstone Private Wealth Management first down. We've got 3:54 left to go in the first half here in Mustang. Rain's actually, it's still misting, but it's not misting as hard.
Right. It's let up a little bit, so the passing game could come into play a little more here. And the weather's not too chilly for football weather.
Don't forget the great Gracie Shriver joining us on the halftime show tonight. Duggar handing off out to the right, rolls the ball carrier for Owasso, and that is going to be Ronnie Thomas, who gets down to the 14. Gain of 1 on the play will bring up 2nd and 9.
Boy, Grant, if the Rams are able to punch this in, that's really going to change the complexion of this football game right now. They lead 14-3, 3:15 to go, clock is ticking, and the Rams at the, 14-yard line.
Yep, 14-yard line. And now Duggar back to throw, looking to dial up a receiver. Guns it up the middle. It's batted down by that same defender for Mustang, Judson. And he is going to Judson Rowland, and he is going to bring up 3rd and 9 now from the 14-yard line.
Rowland was in the middle of that pack, but drifting over to the left was Dwaylen Reed. He was wide open. If Cole Duggar was able to catch him, Reed's going to be able to walk into the end zone. It's going to be 3rd and 9 now for Owasso, so a big down here, maybe even 4-down territory for the Rams.
All right, here comes Duggar, ready to take the snap, man in motion to the right. Duggar back to throw, aiming up the middle, intended for Trey Goins. It's again batted down.
And boy, Grant, twice there we've seen Cole Duggar not really lead his receivers and give them a chance to make a catch. And so Coach Bill Blankenship now with a decision. Do we try the field goal here? Or do we go for it on 4th down? Looks like he's going to leave his offense out on the field.
Duggar twins to the left, Lusk split to the right, Overstreet in at quarterback. He'll take the snap after getting a second set of instructions from Coach Bill Blankenship on the sideline. Duggar spotted on the right hash mark here. Overstreet moving. Well, yeah, they're going to take it out of the gun. Duggar ready. Drops back to throw, slings it to the corner, aiming for Lusk. Oh, it's dropped. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. He went off of his fingertips, and he caught it. It would have been a touchdown. And just like that, that turns the ball over on downs. It'll be 1st and 10, Mustang Broncos at their own 14-yard line.
Well, unfortunately, Peyton Lusk was unable to draw that in, but the Rams had the right play to the right guy, and Peyton Lusk, who just doesn't have as much experience as some of these other Ram receivers, unable to draw that ball in. You got to wonder if the dampness out on the field and the football had anything to do with that. The good news is the Rams defense comes out and Mustang starts at their own 14-yard line.
Conrad, the quarterback, now a man making some adjustments here. As Conrad hands it off, first man through is going to bust up to about the 20-yard line, maybe the 21. I think that was Brown on the run. Everybody will come off of him there, and that'll be a gain on the play of about 7 yards to bring up 2nd down and 3. .214 left to go here. Dropping back to throw, Conrad slinging it left side this time. He connects with his receiver, but his receiver was dragged down. Good work there by Tristan Profit, as again the ball carrier, Andre Dollar. He dragged him down on the sideline there, and that brings up 3rd and inches now from the 23-yard line, Steve, for these Mustang Broncos.
Try to see if the Rams can get a turnover. We're under 2 minutes to go here in this second quarter.
Rams leading at 14-3. Now, man in motion to the right is getting ready to take the snap as Conrad. He hands off. First man through up the right side. Gets up to the 25, up to the 30. Ran out of bounds, and that's going to be Kerry Brown on the run.
Yeah, we
for
got
Mustang.
a late flag over there on the far side. Thank you for that.
1:27 left to play here. Minute 27, 14-3 our score. And now this is going to be on Owasso.
Wow. That's going to move it up to the Ram 49-yard line. What are we calling? Dead ball, personal foul against Owasso.
So that'll bring up 1st and 10 from the Owasso 49 for the Mustang Broncos. Hayden Conrad with twins to the left, one-man split to the right. Conrad takes the snap, handoff, first man through, busts up to the 45, gets down to the 41-yard line. Looks like that was Phillips again on the run.
Hurry up offense.
1:13 and the clock rolling, twins to the left now. Conrad taking the snap, hands off again. Up the right side, up that right hash mark, he'll get down to the 39. I think that was Phillips on the run again.
Brennan Dye in on the tackle.
And
again, Chamberson and Jaden Love also on the tackle for Owasso.
He's just shy of a Mustang Bronco first down. We need to keep them out of the end zone in the next 52 seconds, because that's how long we have until halftime.
They do have all 3 timeouts left on the clock.
All right. 52 to go, and Conrad getting his team lined up here.
They're letting a lot of time run off the clock, though.
Yeah, they don't mind.
Nope.
16 seconds left on the play clock. Conrad with twins to the left. And now a handoff. First man through, goes up the right side. He'll get up to about the 36, and that is going to be Devin Martin, who's in at running back now with 31 seconds left to play. That'll bring up a 4-yard gain. Second down and 6 now from the 35-yard line.
Timeout Mustang.
And we'll take it with them. Back in 30 seconds, you're listening to Owasso Ram Football presented by InsideOwasso.com on 100.1 KYFM, Bartlesville.
Okay, we've got 20, 40, 60, 80, 120. Is there anything else I can do for you today, Rambo? Yes. All right. Well, I wish you the best of luck on the game tonight. Go Rams!
To play, it's 14-3. The Owasso defense having to hold off this threat of attack from the Mustang Broncos as they've got it 2nd and 6 from the 35-yard line. 35-yard line of the Rams, no less. We've got twins to the left, nobody out to the right. And now Conrad getting ready to take the snap off the right hash mark. Man in motion to the right this time is Kerry Brown. And now Conrad's back to throw. He'll look to dial up a receiver. Slinging it up the right side. Nobody there to get it. And that stops the clock with 25 seconds left to go in the half.
Yeah, his intended receiver out there was covered above and below. And no real place for Conrad to throw the football that time.
3rd down and 6. Don't forget Gracie Shriver from NBC's The Voice joining us at halftime here in just a few minutes. We'll talk to her about her incredible run on national television. Twins to the right, one-man split to the left. Conrad taking the snap, dropping back, slinging it right side. Can't connect with his intended receiver.
Conrad under duress that time as Umad Triplet coming right under the up the middle in Conrad's face. He tried to throw it out to the right side to his running back coming out of the backfield, but his running back didn't even turn around to see the football was coming. Maybe came quicker than he thought it was going to, so the Ram defense here putting Mustang in a 4th down situation with 20 seconds to go.
That will bring up 4th down and 6 from the 35-yard line, but not before we have a timeout as the Broncos try to decide what they'll do here. We're back after a 30-second break. This is Owasso Ram Football presented by InsideOwasso.com on 100.1 KYFM.
Hey, Rambo, I've got something for you.
and 6 for the Mustang Broncos from the Owasso 35-yard line. The offense brought back onto the field with trips to the left. Conrad ready to take the snap out of the gun from the right hash mark. He switches places with his running back, takes the snap, drops back to throw. In trouble from the get-go. He'll sling it right and throw it out of bounds.
Yeah.
14 seconds left to play in the half.
Just great defense by the Rams. Force the quarterback out of the pocket. 3 white shirts in his face. No receivers in the area. You had 3 defenders on the far side. There was absolutely nowhere for the quarterback to be able to go with the football. Great defense by the Owasso Rams.
What was that song by Martha and the Vandellas? Nowhere to run.
Nowhere to hide.
That's exactly what it was like for the Mustang Broncos on the field tonight as the Owasso Rams get their offense on the field. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 36-yard line. As now they'll take a knee on the victory formation and let this clock run out with this last 10 seconds of the first half elapsing. So with that, we begin the Jim Glover Auto Family Halftime Show. Our score, Owasso 14, Mustang 3. When we come back, we'll have our interview with Zach Duffield, brought to you by Trails Inn Barbecue. And then Gracie Schreiber joins us here in just a few moments to talk about her run on NBC's The Voice. Stay with us. This is Owasso Ram Football presented by InsideOwasso.com on 100.1 KYFM.
Hi, I'm Dr. Naveen Colombia, orthopedic surgeon with Tulsa Bone and Joint in Owasso. The big thing is that we're here, we're local, and our goals are to provide a quick appointment, but spend time with each patient to explain everything that's going on. We are the official physicians of the Owasso Rams, but we're real excited and very proud to serve the community in Owasso and the surrounding area. Tulsa Bone and Joint obviously has a great reputation in the region. We bring all of that power here to Owasso.
Can you hear it? It's the sound of hope and health and strength. It's the sound of compassion, of open doors, where people and machines are in tune and miracles occur. It's the sound of personalized healthcare and active communities. It sounds like life, and it's what you hear when you really listen.
In the folded flag, we see the heavy price of freedom. Nearly 9 out of 10 dependents of America's fallen and disabled soldiers do not qualify for federal scholarship assistance. The Folds of Honor closes that gap. Join us in this noble mission. Donate today at foldsofhonor.org. This is your call to duty.
Okay, team, First Bank's 2020 Strategic Marketing Plan. Who has ideas? Rambo. That's a brilliant idea. That's why we have you on our team, Rambo.
What just happened?
Morning, Daniel.
Morning, Rambo. Morning. You going to the game tonight? Of course.
Hi, my name is Mary Taylor. I'm the Chief Talent Acquisition Officer at First Bank of Owasso. Now, recently, we acquired some talent that Coach Blankenship said that they had a lot of character. Well, he's literally a character. The type of talent that he has is a little bit difficult to apply to our banking environment. At First Bank, we're always looking for individuals to join our team and bring your special talent with you.
I'm just not sure what we're going to do with this new guy. He gets so excited about everything. He's jumping around, foghorns, throwing his hands up. I've got foghorns. You want some foghorn? I've got your foghorn. Oh, everybody loves the new guy. Everybody thinks he's the funny guy. What about me? What about me?
Okay, we've got 20, 40, 60, 80, 120. Is there anything else I can do for you today, Rambo? Yes. All right. Well, I wish you the best of luck on the game tonight. Go Rams!
Hey, Rambo, I've got something for you.
Hey, Rambo, do you want this in your checking or your savings account? Hey, Rambo? Rambo! 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 Rambo!
Hi, I'm Dr. Naveen Colombia, orthopedic surgeon with Tulsa Bone and Joint in Owasso. The big thing is that we're here, we're local, and our goals are to provide a quick appointment, but spend time with each patient to explain everything that's going on. We are the official physicians of the Owasso Rams, but we're real excited and very proud to serve the community in Owasso and the surrounding area. Tulsa Bone and Joint obviously has a great reputation in the region, and we bring all of that power here to Owasso.
Can you hear it? It's the sound of hope and health and strength. It's the sound of compassion, of open doors, where people and machines are in tune and miracles occur. It's the sound of personalized healthcare and active communities. It sounds like life, and it's what you hear when you really listen.
In the folded flag, we see the heavy price of freedom. Nearly 9 out of 10 dependents of America's fallen and disabled soldiers do not qualify for federal scholarship assistance. The Folds of Honor closes that gap. Join us in this noble mission. Donate today at foldsofhonor.org. This is your call to duty.
over the Mustang Broncos. I'm Grant Merrill along with Steve Mowry. Steve's got a J & Company CPA by the number stats update.
Not the stats that we thought we were going to see come into this game, Grant, as the rain has really, pardon the pun, put a damper on some of the offensive numbers, but they do favor the Rams as we look at the rushing yardage for Owasso, 14 carries for 107 yards, and Cole Duggar, 4 of 8 through the air, 77 yards. On the other side, Mustang, efficient as well on the ground, 29 carries for 125 yards, only 4 yards through the air, 3 of 8 is Hayden Conrad. Total yardage in the ball game, 184 for Owasso, 129 for Mustang, as Mustang has really dictated the tempo offensively with 14 minutes and 29 seconds of offensive possession, 9:31 for Owasso. The Rams 2 of 4 on third down. The Ram defense doing great, holding Mustang 3 of 9 on third down and 2 of 4 on fourth down. Looking at the individual numbers, Phillips at running back, he's kind of been the workhorse, 14 carries for 70 yards. Brown has 10 carries for 50 yards, and as we mentioned, Conrad, 3 of 8 through the air for 4 yards. Not really a lot through the air. We thought we were going to be calling a lot of these quarterbacks' numbers here tonight, but that has not been the case. It's been the running game. For Owasso on the other side, Derek Overstreet, 4 carries for 69 yards. Mario Kirby, 3 carries for 8 yards, including the 1 touchdown for Owasso. Cole Adams, 1 carry for 28 yards, and Cole Duggar, the quarterback, 4 carries for 6 yards. Through the air, Duggar is 4 for 8. He's found 3 receivers here on the night. Keelan Carney has a catch for 10 yards. Peyton Lusk a catch. 2 catches, that is, for 10 yards. And then Cole Adams with the big touchdown pass from Cole Duggar, 57 yards there with 11:28 to go in the second quarter. It was a 1-play, 57-yard touchdown play from Cole Duggar to Cole Adams, Cole to Cole.
Yeah.
And the Rams lead here at halftime, 14-3. Not the big numbers we thought. Grant, I think the key in this game has been the Ram defense and their ability to establish field position for the Ram offense.
Let's go down to Kelly Ward on the sideline. He's got Coach B. Kelly.
Rainy night. What's your take on the first half? Well, I like the way our guys have come out. We played pretty smart for the most part. Too many penalties. We got to do better than that. Thank you, Coach. All right, thank you.
All right, there you go. Kelly with an abbreviated quick hit from Coach Blankenship. And, Steve, I tell you, it ought to be a little bit happier of a halftime locker room than it was a week ago tonight.
Yeah, the penalties for the Rams, 5 for 45 yards, only 2 for 15 against the Mustang Broncos. But you're exactly right, Grant. I think the Rams have come out with more purpose. And, again, they're facing 3 teams here tonight, next week, and the following week that come into district play with a record of 3-1, and this will play itself out. But certainly the Rams sitting good right now, 14-3. But I think you feel the focus and the energy tonight that maybe we didn't feel last week at Southmore, and so the Rams, I think, are very focused. They're going to get the first possession of this second half and can really establish this game with that first possession.
How many times in this season have we been going into the third quarter at 8:27 on a Friday night?
Well, not very often. It makes you and I wish, especially thankful here on the road, that it's rainy so that these teams have to keep the ball on the ground. But, again, the Ram offensive line has done a really good job opening up the inside. I look for Coach Blankenship to maybe go to the air game a bit more here in this second half, especially to get that third score of the ball game, extend this lead, and then go back to the ground game.
I know that I was texting Greg Merrick over at the O&N a few minutes ago, and he was asking if we would file a report tonight. I said, we may be back to Owasso by the time the show starts at 10, the way this thing is going. But, of course, we won't drive that fast. But it is definitely an early night in comparison to most. Now, Owasso will have the ball as they will receive the kickoff going into the third quarter here. Back deep to receive, Omar Barker and Cole Adams.
As the mist begins to grow heavier, Grant, we saw it let off there in the second quarter, but now it's beginning to pick up, not heavily, but a little bit more than it was earlier in the ball game.
Teeing it up at the 40-yard line, here come the Mustang Broncos, and this third quarter is underway as the kick is going to go straight up the middle of the field, and it will bounce back into the end zone for a touchback to make it 1st and 10 Owasso at the Ram 20-yard line.
So this Mustang Ball Club, for those people that, in case they missed it, defeated Union 23-21 3 weeks ago, and then 66 points against Southmore, 49 against Edmond North. So they certainly have the ability to score a lot of points. That's why I think this first drive of the third quarter is going to be especially important for the Rams.
Cole Duggar handing it off Overstreet, trying to go up the middle, gets stopped and stuffed right there near the line of scrimmage. Maybe for a yard's loss. That'll bring up second down and 11 now for the Rams. Third quarter action, Broken Arrow trailing UConn 28-27.
Wow.
Edmond Memorial leading Enid 21-0. Jinx leading Norman 27-13. Twins to each side of the line. Cole Duggar ready to take the snap here momentarily. Mario Kirby coming in a little closer to the line, and now Overstreet's going to line up directly behind the quarterback. Duggar ready to take the snap, does so, hands off Overstreet, trying to go up the middle, and he is hit head on right there at the 20-yard line by a Mustang defender.
Yeah, the Mustang Broncos are going to force Owasso into a passing down here, and they are really committing to the run. They're bringing 7 and a strong safety up in the box right at the snap to force Owasso to run outside the tackles or to go to a passing play. We're going to see Cole Adams come into the game now as Mario Kirby will check out.
3rd and 11 from the 19-yard line.
Big down here for Owasso.
Twins to the left, one man split to the right. Now Cole Adams setting up directly beside the quarterback, Duggar, who drops back to throw. Duggar slings it up the right side, aiming for Adams. It's caught at the 45-yard line. And
still going.
He's still on his horse at the other 45, gets down to the 43, slung out of bounds by a Mustang defender, but that is a huge Waterstone Private Wealth Management first down. Had it not been for Joseph Sylvester, who was down there to make the stop, he might have been gone to the house.
Yeah, absolutely, because Cole Adams just beat his defender down the sideline here. It looked like the Rams were going to go to the left side, but no, we had one-on-one here on the near side. The freshman Cole Adams makes a great catch, moves the chains for a big first down for Owasso.
10-18 and the clock rolling. Owasso leading at 14-3. Handoff Overstreet. He'll take it up the middle. Flags flying as they bring him down near the 39-yard line. So a 3-yard gain would bring up 2nd and 7, but this flag may kink into that designation on the field. This is going to be...
It's against Owasso as they're moving back, it appears, Grant. You got to think that's probably a holding.
More than likely, with 10:03 left to go in the third, that's going to bring up first down and 18 from the 50-yard line.
Yeah, they're going to walk it way back into Owasso territory at their own 48-yard line.
Yeah, they're still going here.
Yeah.
So that'll bring up first and 20 from the 48. And they'll wind the clock into motion here with 10 minutes left to go in the third quarter. Twins to the right, one man split to the left, getting ready to take the snap. A man in motion to the left. Duggar hands off Overstreet, runs up the right hash mark, still on his feet at the 45 to the 40, down to the 36-yard line, and that is where he'll be forced out of bounds.
That was a great read by Cole Duggar. Both defensive ends coming around, crashing on the inside. He gives the ball to Overstreet, who was quick enough to dart up the middle and then to the outside and get a big run and make it a 2nd and about 3, maybe 4. Very manageable here on 2nd down.
16-yard gain will take him to the 35 of the Mustang Broncos. Out of the shotgun, it will be Cole Duggar with a man in motion to the right. Handoff to Mario Kirby this time. Kirby busting up the middle, gets his first down as he'll move down to the 28-yard line.
Mario Kirby is just a big load moving up the field.
7-yard gain on the play brings him first and 10 from the 29, 9:34 left to go in this third quarter.
Kirby 6'1", 225, and really, when the Bronco defense sees him coming at them, they kind of clear a path for Mario Kirby.
Twins to the left, Nobody split to the right this time. Kirby still in beside the quarterback, Duggar. Duggar runs to the right. He'll end up at the 25-yard line for a 4-yard gain. That'll bring up 2nd and 6 for the Rams.
Yeah, just grinding it out right now and trying to make the Bronco defense move up to the inside, which is what they're doing. So let's see if we maybe don't try another running play here and then go to the pass over the top and go to one-on-one coverage. Trey Goins on the outside along with Ronnie Thomas.
What did we say earlier? 4 yards in a cloud of mist. Out of the gun, Duggar signaling a man in motion to the right, handing off Kirby up the left side this time, breaks free. There he is at the 10, up to the 5. Can he get there? No, he's down on the ground as his feet come out from under him, and he'll get down to the 3-yard line. But what a gain now for the Owasso Rams.
Mario Kirby is stumbling, rumbling, bumbling down to the 5-yard line. Broncos are just bouncing off of him, and the Rams are inside the 5-yard line looking at a 1st and goal to go.
You know, the tilt-a-whirl at the State Fair.
Man.
He looked like the tilt-a-whirl rolling around those defenders there. 8:36 left to go in the 3rd. 1st and goal from the 6-yard line. Twins to the right. Man in motion to the left now. Handoff. First man through. Kirby. Can he get to the end zone? No. He's going to be brought back at the 1-yard line.
I say give it to him 2 more times. I think this Ram offensive line can move enough Broncos out of the way to give Mario Kirby that touchdown that he's worked so hard for on this drive.
That'll bring up 2nd down and goal from the 2-yard line. Let's see what they can do right here. 8:07 left to play, 3rd quarter action. Rams knocking on the doors. They lead it 14-3. Kirby behind the quarterback, Duggar this time. Handoff, Kirby over to the right side. Is he in? Yes. Could he be? Maybe. No.
You're kidding me.
They're going to say he is not in the end zone. You and I both
I thought he landed on the goal line. He had a lead blocker there by Dwaylen Reed, but I'm going to tell you, I would give it to Mario Kirby one more time. I just don't think they can hold him out of the end zone.
Well, let me get my breath one more time. Let's see if we can do
Get ready,
this.
Grant. You're getting ready to call one.
3rd down and goal. If you don't beat me to it.
Nope.
7:29 left to go in the 3rd quarter. Twins out to the left this time as Duggar on the keeper dives forward, but a flag on the play.
Oh, my gosh.
He went into the end zone. He should have gotten the touchdown, but we have a flag on the play. Let's see what they call right here. Will Owasso be denied? Yep, they're going to march the Rams
procedure call
back
against the Rams. That'll move them back 5 yards.
How many have we seen those on Mustang tonight?
Not as many.
7:16 left to play here. I was just curious, honestly. Twins out to each side of the line here on 3rd down and goal from the 6. Duggar ready. He's got Overstreet next to him. Duggar takes the snap, drops back to throw, slings it right side. It's over the head of Mario Kirby. He's got one more chance. One more chance for Cole Duggar. And
no, we're going to kick a field goal.
Going to bring the kicking team out to try to make it a 17-3 contest. 6:55 left to go here, and Hagen Hood will try to put 3 more on the board for the Owasso Rams. 6:55 to play. Hagen Hood lining his kick up here. Getting ready to try these extra 3 points. The kick, it's up. It is through the uprights and good, and Owasso increases their lead to 14 points. Our score, Owasso 17, Mustang 3. 6:50 left to go in the 3rd quarter. We'll take a 30-second timeout to be back right after this. This is Owasso Ram Football, presented by InsideOwasso.com on 100.1 KYFM.
Okay, team. First Bank's 2020 strategic marketing plan. Who has ideas? Rambo. That's a brilliant idea. That's why we have you on our team, Rambo.
What just happened?
Driver at halftime. It'll be back up on Monday on InsideOwasso.com. And with a Matt J. and company CPA scoring drive update, here's Steve.
Well, the Rams able to come away with points, not as many as we wanted, as we had the ball down to the 1-yard line before a procedure call moved us back 5 yards. But the Rams able to come up with a field goal. Hayden Hood with a 23-yard field goal. It took 10 plays, covered 76 yards, and took 5 minutes and 10 seconds off the clock as the Rams extend their lead to 14, 17-3 over Mustang. Here with 6:50 to go in the third quarter.
Belts to kick it away, but Hagen Hood does it instead. The ball skips across the field like a rock across the lake, and it's fielded at the 21-yard line. Mustang will take it back the other direction. They'll get up to about the 34-yard line, and that is where the Broncos will have it 1st and 10. 6:40 left to go in the third quarter. 17-3 our score. Steve getting a lot of attention on Twitter tonight.
I am.
For the
What did I
call.
say? Yeah, I know. I was ready for this one, Grant. I'm not going to lie. The Rams, we had 3 weeks of some games that maybe weren't quite the level that we thought. And I know these last 3 games are going to be very important for Owasso.
I know you bring up 2nd down and about 2 yards to go here on an 8-yard gain.
And my triplet.
Morning, Daniel. Morning, Rambo. Morning.
You going to the game tonight? Of course.
To go in the third quarter, Owasso still leading. I'm Grant Merrill along with Steve Mowry, Rob Williams, old Eagle Eye on the numbers tonight. Kelly Ward roaming the sidelines and with a J and Company CPA scoring drive. What'd that look like, Steve?
Well, it was 6 plays, covered 65 yards as Mustang goes the distance. In 1 minute and 52 seconds, they pull within 7, now trailing Owasso 17-10. Grant, that just shows you in the end of the first half when Owasso had a chance for a late touchdown, and then on that first drive of the third quarter, we talked about it coming out. They got points, but they needed a touchdown, unable to do so. Mustang right in this ball game, 17-10, the Broncos trail.
Omar Barker, Cole Adams back to receive. The ball skips back into the end zone and off the football field to make it a touchback to bring up 1st and 10. We will have it at our own 20-yard line as from left to right on the radio dial. 4:48 left to play in this third quarter. Steve, what are some of those scores looking like?
Well, Jinx leads Norman 27-13. Last count we have is at halftime. Southmore, Owasso's opponent last week, they lead Edmond North as Southmore, the SaberCats, looking for their first victory of the season. They lead Edmond North 17-7, and UConn still a 1-point lead over Broken Arrow, 28-27.
Cole Duggar with a handoff to Derek Overstreet. He'll take it up the middle to the 24-yard line before he's brought down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 6 now for the Owasso Rams as they get that 4-yard gain to just keep chipping away and moving up the field here. 4:27 and the clock rolling. Cole Duggar with a man on each side of him and a man behind him as well. He'll take the snap, dropping back to throw. Under pressure, he finds Thomas on the right side. Thomas at the 25, back up to the 30-yard line. Should get a first down there. Another Waterstone Private Wealth Management first down as they move up the chains. A quick pass, a little slant pass up the right side, and he was able to just get enough yardage, all that he needed to move up those chains once again.
Yeah,
Steve.
Mustang really been putting a lot of pressure on Cole Duggar from both defensive end sides, and that time he's able to get it out quickly to Thomas.
From the 31, Duggar handing, oh no, he doesn't hand off. He throws to the left side, finding Mario Kirby. Kirby up to the 39, trying to break free at the 38, ran out of bounds at the 37.
Well, and Grant, you and I have seen this time and time again. Left side, right side. left side, right side. The Rams are going to just go to that short dump-out pass because Mustang has committed to the center of the field up front in the box trying to stop that run. They've been effective with that, so let's see if Owasso can get the ball on the edges.
1st and 10 Rams, and now from the right side, we've got Twins. We've got a man in motion to the right, and now a handoff to Derek Overstreet, who takes it up the left side. He'll get to the 50, down to the 49 of Mustang. About a yard shy of a first down there, and that'll bring up 2nd. Well, I was a little generous. They're going to call it 2nd and 5. I thought he might have gotten 3 more yards there, but he didn't. So they'll spot it at the 49.
Rams really need to establish this drive and come out with a touchdown.
2nd and 5 from the 49. Twins out to the right. Dropping back to pass. Duggar slinging it up the right side. He was intending for Ronnie
we're gonna
Thomas.
Have offensive or defensive pass interference. We got 2 flags on the
we
field.
got flags still flying.
Yeah.
Goodness gracious, we may have more than one penalty here.
Yeah, so much yellow out here it looks like a yield sign.
Well, a yield sign's red, but maybe
Whoa,
a yellow
hey,
light.
wait a minute. Yeah, yellow light. That's what I'm talking about.
3 minutes left to play in the 3rd quarter. I don't know where you stopped on the way down here.
I didn't stop, no.
See some yellow yield signs. Well, maybe a school zone sign?
Mm-hmm.
They'll move up the chain, and now up to the 38-yard line go the Rams after the penalty. Boy, they threw 3 flags there right at the late part there, and they were still flying. Duggar with the man in motion to the right this time. Hands off to Overstreet.
Face mask.
Well, Overstreet's knocked down by about 3 different guys, and here the flags come again. And this is...
How about that turn him around like a U-turn? Is that better?
There you go.
Okay, there we go, yeah.
This Steve
That's
Mowry.
an illegal U-turn there as they grabbed him by the face mask and yanked Overstreet completely around. This is going to move the ball even further into Mustang territory.
This advanced
What's this, driver's education class, or
by
what are we doing, man?
Steve Mowry
Yeah.
School of Defensive Driving is. Well, let's not go to that
Yeah,
school.
no.
I've ridden with you.
Yeah.
First down and goal from the 5-yard line. You do have the only vehicle I've ever ridden in that's gone from ghetto rap to Gold City in one setting on the stereo there. Twins out to each side here. Overstreet in motion to the left, and now Duggar throwing right, connecting with Peyton Lusk at the 25. He's tripped up to the 23, but he'll get his first down.
Great job there by Lusk, but a good job of blocking by Mario Kirby. Grant, you and I talk about this at the coaches show. We see it every week. It's not just the guy that receives the ball out there on that quick pass. It's the up blocker by the receiver to knock that first man out of the way. Kirby did a great job that time. Peyton Lusk able to get a first down for Owasso at the Mustang 28-yard line, actually 18-yard line.
Waterstone Private Wealth Management first down as Overstreet takes the handoff from Duggar. He tries to get back up to that 20-yard line, but can hardly get there. It's 1st and 10.
You got another flag?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I didn't see one.
Yeah, they're talking down there on the field. The referee's conferring there at the 22-yard line, and I think this is going to go against the Rams.
Well, if they threw the flag, they threw it in a secret location.
Yeah, it's over there on the 21-yard line at the hash mark.
Oh, there you go. Well, 2:29 left to play here. Dr. Rigney, if you're listening, I may need your assistance soon. I didn't see that flag thrown way over there. But that'll bring up 1st and 10 from the 36 now for the Owasso Rams. 2:28 left to play here. Twins out to the left, one man split to the right. That's Lusk flanking on the near side as Duggar takes the snap, handing off to Overstreet again, and they read that like a book.
Yeah, Mustang brought another man up at the box late, and Cole Duggar did not read that very well as he needed to pull that ball up and look downfield, and we got another flag on the play.
Yeah, it was 1st and 23, and now
they're going to wave it off.
Well, luckily they've waved that off because we've still got about 1.5 miles to go here before we even get back to the original line of scrimmage.
2:09 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Owasso clinging to this 7-point lead as they lead Mustang 17-10.
Trips to the left, Lusk split to the right. Overstreet in his running back position as Duggar takes it out of the gun. He tries to sling it across. It's caught, or is it? Is it intercepted?
Say incomplete. Incomplete.
Well, you had that kid for
and now we got late flags.
There's extracurricular activity. That kid from Mustang was signaling like they had picked it off, and they're still talking about it. 1 flag, 2 flags. It's almost like deja vu back to last year's Mustang game when it started to get chippy about this time in the third quarter, Steve.
Yeah, let's see where this goes. It may be against Owasso.
Well, Owasso's walking back like it is.
Oh, it's against Mustang.
It's against Mustang.
Oh,
wow.
Lee Blankenship on. Well, now they're backing it up against Owasso. What's the deal here?
Is it offsetting? Okay, they're calling this on Owasso. And all 50 of the Mustang fans here are celebrating.
That is 9 penalties called against Owasso tonight for 85 yards.
So that literally brings up 2nd down and probably 40 yards, maybe more. Well, let's see what's going to go on here. Minute 50 left to play. Let's hope Owasso can keep the momentum as a man's in motion to the right. That's Thomas back to throw Duggar. Duggar looking to find an open receiver. Instead, he runs. He's in trouble. He slings it up the right side of the field, and it falls incomplete, I think.
That was intended for Peyton Lusk. I thought there for a moment. That's not correct. That's going to be Ronnie Thomas, but it's out of bounds. Really, the Rams just need to maybe a roughing the passer, as Rob Williams indicates to me.
The eagle eye hath seen it.
And is that automatic first down?
It may be.
Huh?
The coaches were asking for it, but they didn't get it. 3rd down.
That's going to move the chains up a little bit.
Well, it was 2nd down and 39, so that should bring up 3rd down and maybe 28. No, it's 1st down. You're right, Steve.
Yeah, it's not my first night.
Minute 38 to play, 1st down.
That's huge.
And 10.
Huge to get the Rams in a 1st down, keep this drive alive, and overcome what was non-manageable 1st and 30.
Twins to the left side. Duggar looks to the near sideline to get his play from Coach B. Peyton Lusk split to the near side as they make some adjustments on the line here. Duggar shouting out a 2nd set of instructions here as he switches places with Overstreet as running back. He'll direct the choir here before he takes the snap. Dropping back to throw. He'll connect. Here comes Overstreet at the 30, up to the 25, brought out of bounds at the 23-yard line, and that's another Waterstone Private Wealth Management 1st down. Move up those chains.
That's a great play call because there's been a lot of pressure up front. Mustang's just been pinning their back, and Rams let them go that time with a great screen call to the right side, and that will slow them down a step.
17-yard gain brings up 1st and 10 from the 23. Duggar and Kirby both looking to the sideline to get that play in from Coach. As now Duggar will take the snap off the right hash mark. He guns it up the right side of the field, finding Peyton Lusk, but overthrowing him just a bit as it goes off his fingertips and brings up 2nd and 10 from the 23.
Boy, a lot of pressure up front as we're just about to a minute to go in this 3rd quarter. Cole Duggar able to get that ball off in time. Peyton Lusk just unable to reach out and bring that ball in. Let's see if they don't try to go to the left side. You got Trey Goins and Ronnie Thomas there on the far side with a lot of room to work.
Mustang kind of getting the energy going. They've got the music going between plays, and they're starting to try to get this thing cranked up in their favor. Twins to the left side. Adams split to the right now as Duggar drops back to throw. He'll sling it up the middle of the field. It's off the fingertips.
Yeah, that's going to be over the back of Mario Kirby, so and that's going to be a 1st down.
Another flag flying there. Steve mentioned should be 1st down for the Rams.
Mario Kirby just ran across the middle, did a stop and turn. Cole Duggar, again under duress, tried to throw it to Kirby, but the defender, the safety over the top, instead of trying to knock the ball away, came over the top of Mario Kirby for an easy pass interference call against Mustang.
So, just like that, with the assistance of the man in stripes, Ken and Melanie Hasty Grant should be able to sponsor another Waterstone Private Wealth Management first down here. 1st and 10 from the 12-yard line.
Rams got to come away with a touchdown here, Grant. They've done too good to get this far.
Duggar, man in motion to the left. That's Thomas. Handoff. Thomas up the left side, gets inside the 10, down to the 9. That is a 4-yard gain to bring up 2nd and 6.
Yeah, Mustang did a really good job of stopping that, not allowing Thomas to get out on that left edge.
17-10 our score. They'll call him down at the 10, so that'll bring up 2nd and 8. I thought he might have gotten a little further, but to no avail. Thomas and Goins are going to be split to the left side. Everybody close in on the right. Cole Duggar ready to take that snap, but not before a timeout's called by the Rams. 25 seconds left to play here. We'll take a 30-second break and be back right after this. It's Owasso 17, Mustang 10. This is Ram Football on KYFM.
Hi, my name is Mary Taylor. I'm the Chief Talent Acquisition Officer at First Bank of Owasso. Now, recently, we acquired some talent that Coach Blankenship said that he had a lot of character. Well, he's literally a character. The type of talent that he has is a little bit difficult to apply to our banking environment. At First Bank, we're always looking for individuals to join our team and bring your special talent with you.
We have 25 seconds left in the third quarter, 17-10 our score. Mustang trailing our Owasso Rams, and the Rams knocking on the door once again. Grant Merrill, Steve Mowry along with you tonight. Let's see what they can do right here. Well, the Rams are in a prolonged huddle here as they finally break. Twins to the right this time. Now Thomas in motion to the left, handoff. Up the right side goes the ball carrier. He'll get down inside the 5-yard line, down to the 4, and another flag flying here.
Mario Kirby with a great run and a late flag.
Well, let's see who this is on with 15 seconds.
Holding against the Rams. My goodness. That's 10 penalties tonight against the Owasso Rams. I'm not saying that's what makes it hard to come into Mustang and play, but boy, that's awfully tough for the Rams. I'd like to know how many of those penalties are inside the 10-yard line. It's 3 that I know of.
I bet Eagle Eye could tell you. Check
10 penalties for 95 yards.
15 seconds left to play here in the quarter, and Cole Duggar and his crew have been marched back to the 21-yard line. They'll make it the 19. 2nd and 17 now. Duggar with Overstreet next to him. Lusk split to the right, Twins to the left of the line. Back to throw. Duggar slings it left side this time. It's caught, but he goes to the ground.
Yeah, threw it low and outside. I mean, that was the only place Ronnie Thomas could make that catch, but he had no place else to go either.
And that is going to end the third quarter with Owasso leading at 17-10. Take a timeout and be back after this 1-minute break. You're listening to Owasso Ram Football on 100.1 KYFM.
I'm just not sure what we're going to do with this new guy. He gets so excited about everything. He's jumping around, foghorns, throwing his hands up. I've got foghorns. You want some foghorn? I've got your foghorn. Oh, everybody loves the new guy. Everybody thinks he's the funny guy. What about me? What about me?
17-yard line. The chances getting fewer and farther between for the Owasso Rams to punch it in here.
Yeah, you got to make this a two-score game and at least come away some points. So if nothing else here, get the ball in a position where you can get a field goal and rely back on your defense, Grant.
Well, they are taking as much time as they can in this huddle here. They're about to break that huddle here momentarily as coaches are kind of giving their instructions here, and see what happens with these Rams, see if they can punch it in once again. Fresh new 12 minutes put on. Now Cole will bring his team onto the field. 3rd down and 16 from the 18-yard line is where they've marked it on the scoreboard here.
This is a big play here, Grant. And boy, I'm just really not sure what play call you make. Let's see what the Rams decide to choose.
Out of the shotgun, Cole Duggar dropping back to throw this time. Looking, slings it up to the left corner. Lusk into the end zone. Touchdown Owasso. They threw it to the left corner. Peyton Lusk was there waiting. He pulled that ball down. They gave him 6, and it's 23-10, Steve.
What a huge pass there by Cole Duggar, and Peyton Lusk. Give him credit on a crappy night here in Mustang to be able to pull that ball in. Mario Kirby in the slot went into the inside, made the defender step up for a moment that was actually covering Lusk. Lusk is a problem at 6'3", and he goes up and makes a great catch.
You were just kind of staring down there like it was almost too good to be true in this environment. And now the kick is up through the uprights and good. And we've got a 24-10 contest, just 8 seconds in to the 4th quarter. With that, we take a 30-second timeout. We'll be back right after this. The Owasso Rams looking to move to 8-0 tonight. We'll see if they can do it right after this. Ram football on 100.1 KYFM.
Okay, we've got 20, 40, 60, 80, 120. Is there anything else I can do for you today, Rambo? Yes. All right. Well, I wish you the best of luck on the game tonight. Go Rams!
KYFM Bartlesville, KYFM HD1 Bartlesville. This is Owasso Ram football on 100.1 FM. 11:52 left to go in the ball game, and I'm Grant Merrill, along with Steve Mowry, Rob Williams, and Kelly Ward here at Mustang. The great Joe Riddle punching the buttons back at home tonight and making us sound good. Appreciate all the hard work by everybody here on the Owasso broadcast team, especially our TV crew next door, Brock Crawford and Gabe Kessler. Doing a great job as well. Here's the kick. It's straight up the middle. It bounces end over end back into the end zone. That'll be a touchback for the Mustang Broncos, and that'll bring up 1st and 10 for them from their own 20-yard line. 24-10 our score. Owasso leading it by 14. Do you feel a little better, Steve?
I do now, yes. And the reason I paused there for a moment, Grant, is Peyton Lusk rolled out of the end zone. I saw the ball break loose down.
Handoff up the near side goes the running back Phillips, I believe, as he is going to be brought down just inside the 25-yard line, maybe at the 26. So that'll bring up a 6-yard gain, 2nd down and 4. Now, you've had several Fred Sanford moments tonight, clutching the old heart and leaning over toward me. So I've been keeping my eye on you. Here's another handoff. Up the middle go the Broncos to the 30-yard line. They're close to a 1st down. And that, again, is Hayden Phillips, the running back, just punching up the middle. Like we said, not a lot of size. He looks like one of the smallest guys on the field there, but he can run for it. Handoff again. Phillips trying to somersault over the line there as he gets up to about the 33.
And, Grant, I think the Rams are going to have to do a little bit of what Mustang's been doing and commit to stopping the run and force them into situations. Outside of the one turnover on 4th down, the Rams haven't really caused any turnovers tonight.
2nd and 7 from the 33. Conrad slinging it up the near side, finding an open receiver as He'll get it up into the hands of Andre Dollar, and that'll be another Mustang Bronco first down as they'll move the chains up 1st and 10 from the 41. 10:51 left to play in this ball game. 24-10, Owasso leading it, but Owasso having to contend against this Mustang hurry-up offense. Man in motion to the right now. Conrad takes the snap, rolling out to the left this time. In trouble on the keeper as he barrels up the middle and tries to dive forward to the 47-yard line. That is where he stopped and stuffed. A 4-yard gain will bring up 2nd down and 6. 10:34 to play, 24-10 our score. And now Conrad ready to take the snap. Twins to the left, one-man split to the right. He does so. Handing off again. Phillips up the right side, evades one defender, brings him back up to the 48.
Flag on the play at the 44-yard line. Let's see if this is a holding, and it is against Mustang.
So that'll knock them back quite a bit.
And they have really not shown the efficiency of throwing the ball downfield, so that's really going to put them in a tough position here. They've run it effectively most of the evening, but that's going to move them into a situation that if the Ram defense can get a decent stop, limit maybe 5 or 6 yards on this down here, it's going to force Mustang into a passing situation.
2nd and 6 turned into 2nd and 18. They'll take it from the 34-yard line. And now Conrad ready to do some business here. He drops back, looking to throw this time, rolling to the right, almost sacked. It's almost picked off. My goodness. Gage Laney and one other fellow there, Ahmad Triplett, doing their best to try to get control of that football. They couldn't quite get their hands on it, but, man, it wasn't for a lack of effort.
Yeah, it was intended for Brown, and it's a good thing they knocked the ball away, because if that ball goes over them into the hands of Brown, there is no one left on the field. So here's the 3rd and long situation, 3rd and 18 for Mustang.
Twins to the left, one man to the right, and now a second set of instructions from Lee Blankenship's sideline is repeating those to the line as quarterback Hayden Conrad. Now he'll make his adjustments accordingly. Dropping back to throw, Conrad throws it right side. It falls short of the intended receiver, Hayden Phillips.
Tell you what, Andre King came off of his left defensive end position. If he looks up, he catches that football because he actually ran right past the football going for the pass receiver.
9:52 left to go in the ball game. 24-10 our score. And that'll bring up 4th and 18 from the 34-yard line.
Well, I'd say watch the fake. I know it's long, but got to be ready.
And now they're going to kick it anyway.
Not a good kick.
It's going to bounce back to the 40-yard line and roll to a stop at the 36.
Yeah, we'll take that. Now get the Ram offense back out there, and let's grind a drive out and finish this off. 9:39 to go in the 4th period. The number 1 ranked Owasso Rams leading by 14 over the Mustang Broncos, 24-10, with an opportunity here to finish things off.
Could it be a Maori funeral service nail in the coffin?
Boy, I don't know, but I tell you what, we'll take a 7-point drive right here.
We've got a timeout on the field. We'll take one with them. 9:39 to play here. It's Owasso 24, Mustang 10. Back at 30 seconds on KYFM.
Hey, Rambo, I've got something for you.
Alright, Rambo, do you want this in your checking or your savings account? Hey, Rambo? 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 Rambo?
Merrill, Steve Mowry along with you in the booth tonight. Eagle Eye Rob Williams crunching all the numbers and keeping the stats up tonight. Kelly Ward, the sacrificial lamb, in the rain tonight, Steve. And
well, I'm glad I'm not him.
Yeah, we're up here nice and warm. I think the space heater just kicked in again, and well, Kelly's out there in layers. Twins out to the right, Lusk split to the left. Duggar with the handoff, Overstreet trying to drill up the middle, and he'll get maybe 4 yards maybe 3 yards gain on that.
Yeah, it's been tough sledding up the middle all night long for Owasso on the ground game. But
Or
hey,
maybe
if you
1
can,
yard on that,
yeah,
sorry.
if you can keep it down and grind it out.
They'll actually give him 2nd and 8 here from the 38-yard line. 9:16 left to go in this one. From the 38-yard line. What a ball game we've had tonight. We knew it was going to be a good one, and it has been. Thomas in motion to the right. Faking the handoff is Duggar on the keeper. He runs up the middle, getting to the 40, so that's another 2-yard gain, and that'll bring up 3rd down and 6. 8:40 left to play in this one. Getting a few text messages from out and about tonight. We appreciate all of you listening. My daughter Molly just texted me, and she's listening at her mom's house over in Greenwood, Arkansas tonight. Steve, she just got home from her first junior high party.
Ooh.
I texted her back, and I said, I want to know the name of all the boys you've met tonight.
Yeah.
So. Now we've got a timeout on the field. 8:05 left to go in this one. 24-10 our score. We will take a 1-minute break and be back right after this. You're listening to Owasso Ram football on 100.1 KYFM.
Hi, I'm Dr. Naveen Colombia, orthopedic surgeon with Tulsa Bone and Joint in Owasso. The big thing is that we're here, we're local, and our goals are to provide a quick appointment, but spend time with each patient to explain everything that's going on. We are the official physicians of the Owasso Rams, but we're real excited and very proud to serve the community in Owasso and the surrounding area. Tulsa Bone and Joint obviously has a great reputation in the region. We bring all of that power here to Owasso.
The man in motion to the left, handing off Ronnie Thomas at the 40, 45, up to the 50-yard line. First down Rams, as you can move up those chains for another Waterstone Private Wealth Management first down. They've reached the 50-yard line, Steve.
Yeah, we're going to have a Mustang player injured down on the field.
Well, we hope he's okay,
Yeah.
but we're still glad that that's a first down, if in fact it holds here. 7:57 left to go. That injured player is down near that 47-yard line, and while they tend to him, we'll take another 30-second break. This is Ram football on KYFM.
Can you hear it? It's the sound of hope and health and strength. It's the sound of compassion, of open doors, where people and machines are in tune and miracles occur. It's the sound of personalized healthcare and active communities. It sounds like life, and it's what you hear when you really listen.
Hey, Dawson, thank you. Left to go in this ball game, 24-10 our score. 3rd down and 12 for the Owasso Rams as they move from right to left on the radio dial. They'll mark it off at the 34-yard line, Steve.
All right, let's keep the drive going.
Man on each side of the quarterback. From the left hash mark, Duggar ready to do business here. He drops back to throw, looking to dial up a receiver. He'll throw it deep. It's intended for Cole Adams, and Cole couldn't get his hands on it as he was split out to the 30-yard line, and he had 2 Mustang Broncos chasing him down.
Yeah, I'm really surprised that Cole Duggar pulled the trigger on that. I'm not saying it was a bad decision, but he was able to get good loft on that football, a nice pass. And Duggar, as you mentioned, in double coverage, almost able to run under the football and come up with it. Just a freshman is Adams. out there.
Looked like Duggar was launching a missile there. And
let's see if the Rams, they look like they're going for it, but Cole Duggar may punt out of this formation.
4th and 11 here.
Yeah.
Duggar's swinging things around here, and he's going to punt it away.
Good job. Can it hit the receiver?
And
Rams
now
got a chance.
Pick it up. Oh, my goodness. Can they get the football? Yes. They got it, baby. He's down at the 12-yard line. Oh, they kicked it back. The receiver could not get his hands on it. Owasso hit the gas pedal. Peyton Lusk sped to the scene of the crime and jumped on that football. It'll be 1st and 10 Owasso from the 13-yard line. How about that?
That might be the nail in the coffin if the Rams can punch this in here tonight.
So here we go.
That's the turnover we were looking for.
7:29 left to go in this fourth quarter of play. 24-10. Owasso knocking on the door again, and probably didn't expect to be in that position so soon. And now, looks like we've got a penalty on the play there, Steve.
Well, of course there has to be, Grant.
They're going to bring it back
too
to
easy.
28-yard line. You've heard of Canadian football rules. We've got Canadian county rules tonight. So 1st and 10 now from the 28-yard line. 7:29 left to go here. We still got the football. We can rejoice in that, but Goins and Thomas are going to be split to the right. Nobody to the left. Duggar ready to take the snap right here. Handoff. First man through's Overstreet. He'll get up to the 25, no further. So a 3-yard gain should bring up 2nd and 7 here. $7:11 left to play here. 2nd and 7 from the 25. Clock rolling with 7 minutes left to go. And Owasso knocking on the door. Cole Duggar getting some extra words of encouragement from the sideline. He'll set up in the gun with Derek Overstreet to his right. Empty field to the right side of the line, and Twins to the left. Now a handoff. Overstreet up the middle, nowhere to go.
Yeah, Mustang's been crashing the edges all night long, sending their defensive ends or even bringing up outside linebackers on the outside, bringing them flat.
That'll bring up 3rd down and 7 and a timeout taken. 6:38 left to play. Mustang wants to talk it over this time. Rams lead at 24-10 over the Broncos. We'll take a minute break and be back right after this on KYFM. .38 left to play here. 24-10 our score. Twins to each side of the line. Cole Duggar ready to take the snap as Overstreet sets up next to him. On 3rd and 9, he drops back, guns it toward the end zone. Is it caught? No. It's off the fingertips of Cole Adams.
Boy, he made a great effort there as the coverage was good, but it was also a great pass by Cole Duggar. Tough play. I'll tell you what, though, Grant, I am excited about Cole Adams and the future he's going to bring for Owasso at wide receiver.
It's
just a freshman, and he is so athletic.
I kept seeing on Twitter, just a freshman, really?
Yeah.
He hauled that in, just a freshman?
I think this is a territory, even I know it's long, but it's almost too long for a field goal in this territory, and Coach Blankenship's going to leave his offense out on the field.
Twins to each side, and now Duggar ready to take it out of the gun. Overstreet to his left. in that running back position. He bobbles the snap, throws it anyway, and it's off the fingertips of Peyton Lusk, an incomplete pass. Turn the ball over on downs at the 27-yard line.
Got to catch us, Grant. I'm sorry. I love Peyton Lusk, one of my favorite players, very athletic. That's 2 drops tonight that have to be brought in.
6:24 left to go in this ball game. 24-10, our score if you're just joining us. Here on KYFM and on the Owasso Sports Network. Appreciate Brandon and Brock and Gabe Kessler and the crew doing a great job with our TV broadcast tonight. You know this rain's giving them some challenging conditions, Steve. Hayden Conrad, the quarterback, will hand off. Hayden Phillips, or Harvey Phillips, goes up the right side. He'll make it to the 30-yard line. Gain of 3 on the play will bring up 2nd down and 7.
And let me say, for anybody that's, thinking about otherwise, I love Peyton Lusk. He is very athletic, and he can make that play. And I think that he knows that, and he's as frustrated as anyone else.
Conrad handing off again. Ball carrier busts up the middle. Flags flying late. Oh, boy.
Okay. Might have worked that just a little bit. Brandon Dye got knocked to the ground late. We'll say that.
And the Oscar goes to?
Yes.
5:53 left to play here. As this is going to be on the Broncos and knock them back. Well, get 10, 15 yards, something like that.
I think we'll call that a reactive flag. But that's a big penalty, Grant. I mean, that's going to back them up to about the 16-yard line. They got to get out to the 36-yard line, almost the 37. Third down.
3rd and 20 from the 17-yard line. Conrad ready to take the snap off the right hash mark. Dropping back to throw, looking, rolling to the right. Can they get him in the backfield? No. He connects with an open receiver as he was throwing under pressure. They'll take it to the 45-yard line, and that is a 1st down. Steve, give credit where credit is due.
That's a great throw.
He made that throw while he had 3 people on him, and his receiver was able to make the catch. No problem. 1st and 10 Mustang at their own 48-yard line.
Just over the outstretched arm of linebacker Brandon Dye. Otherwise, it's a big play for Owasso.
Twins to the right, 1-man split to the left, and now back to throw is Conrad as he'll connect with an open receiver at the 45. Flags flying as he's dragged out of bounds by Brendan Dye.
2 missed tackles, and I'm thinking Dye may have gotten his hands up around the face mask area, and that'll move the ball even further into Ram territory. 5:22 to go. Rams lead 24-10.
Kerry Brown was the ball carrier on that play, and carry it he did to the 45, and they're going to mark off some yards against the Rams to the 40. That's where they'll put it, and that'll give, by virtue of the penalty yards, a 1st down to the Mustang Broncos. 5:22 to play.
Rams got to settle down here and get a stop because there's still a lot of time left on the clock for Mustang if they are able to establish a scoring drive here.
Conrad takes the snap, hands off again. Up the right side goes his ball carrier to the 35-yard line. And on the run there, that, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be Devin Martin. .457 left to play here. Twins to the left. 1 man to the right. Handoff again. Devin Martin getting up to about the 33.
That's fine if they want to do that and grind it out. That'll take time off the clock, which is what the Rams really want to do. Plays in their favor now, approaching 4:35 to go here in the 4th.
Man to each side of the line. Handoff up the left side goes Kerry Brown. He's drilled. Look at that. Gage Laney and Dawson Adams in on that stop there, and they got him good.
Well, you knew at some point defensive coordinator Bobby Klink was going to come up and crash the line. That's what he did, brought both safeties up and everybody and just daring Mustang to throw the football. Clocks continues to roll. Mustang slowing things down here. 4 minutes to go in the 4th period.
4th down and 5. They're going to go for it here. Let's see what they can do.
Trying to get the Rams jump offside. They don't do it. They hold their water.
Conrad looking to the sideline again. Takes the snap. Hands off. Hey, Harvey Phillips up the middle.
I don't think he got it.
Get down to the 38-yard line. That's way short.
It's going to be a turnover on downs. Bit of a surprise call that time. But Mustang has been committed to the ground game all night long. But this Ram defense has stepped up each time. And that may be the final problem for this Ram defense to have to overcome. 3:39 to go here in the fourth, 24-10. Rams leading.
So, 24-10 as you mentioned. Rams moving from right to left on the dial, 1st and 10 from their own 33 as Duggar brings it back onto the field. Twins out to the left. One-man split to the right. Duggar handing off Overstreet, the first man through. He'll get up to the 36. 3-yard gain will bring up 2nd down and 7. 3:25 left to go. Clock continuing to roll.
Mustang down to 2 timeouts.
Owasso can just hold on to this football and keep that clock running. That's an advantage.
Yeah, make sure the play clock gets down inside 5 seconds before you snap the football.
3:04 left to play here. Twins to the right. Duggar ready to take the snap. 5 seconds, 4 seconds on the clock. Hand off, first man through. Up the left side goes Overstreet. He'll get down to the 41-15, maybe 2nd and 17.
That is 12 penalties against the Rams here tonight. Actually, this is the 13th penalty against Owasso. Grant, you and I have done the coaches show with Coach Blankenship on Tuesday nights, and this is an area that continues to be an issue for Owasso that I'm sure that Coach Blankenship and his staff wants to get cleaned up.
2:39 to play here. Twins out to the left side. Empty field to the right. Taking the snap is Duggar. Handing off. First man throughs Overstreet as he comes flying from the backfield, trying to get some of that yardage gain there. He'll get up to the 30, and he's dragged down at about the 31-yard line. On the stop there for is Liam Krevenik. And we've got a timeout on the field. It'll be 3rd down when we come back. 2:17 left to play.
Who has ideas? Rambo. That's a brilliant idea. That's why we have you on our team, Rambo.
Proud sponsor of Rams football here on 100.1 KYFM. 3rd down and 13 now for Owasso from the 30-yard line. They're still in their huddle, the 2:17 mark. And Steve, what's in your brain right now?
Well, I'm thinking you got control of the ball game. Just grind this out. Take time off the clock. Mustang has 2 timeouts left. And so, don't commit any more penalties. And that way we take time off the clock.
Well, they are still in their huddle. Maybe they do have TV timeouts for our. They don't do them for us, that's for sure.
No.
Thank you,
We're not as
Cable.
important.
Well, Twins out to the left. Well, for what Cox charges me every month. Well, handoff, first man through is going to get up to the 30-yard line, and he's going to be stopped and stuffed. Overstreet, brought down by a host of Mustang defenders there. 2 minutes left. That'll bring up 4th and 13, Steve.
Well, Grant, if the Rams can hold on to this, they'll move to 8-0 on the season, and they will host the Moore Lions next week at Owasso in another key district ball game.
Moore and then Putnam City North the week after
Right.
that. You talk about a game that we thought was going to be a big one early on. It still is.
In fact, Moore and Putnam City North playing one another tonight, and the Lions lead Putnam City 21-13. in that matchup. Union 48-7 over Norman North.
Well, we've got a timeout on the field. Let's go over some of those scores that we have. Of course, the KYFM scoreboard show coming up after this ball game. I know they're going to
Southmore looks like they may be able to pull off their first victory of the season, 24-17. Jinx, ranked number 3 in most polls, over number 2 Norman Tigers, 37-25. That's in the fourth quarter. Westmore trailing Edmond Santa Fe, 31-14. Of course, Edmond Santa Fe had that big victory over Broken Arrow last week. Broken Arrow escapes Yukon 43-42. That's a final. So Tigers still tight in close games as they win that by 1 point over the Millers.
Fourth down and 13 from the 30-yard line, 1:28 left to play here. Twins out to the left side of the line. One-man split to the right for the Rams. Empty backfield behind Duggar. He's going to kick it. Kicks it straight up. It bounces at the 40-yard line, back to about the 38.
What looked to be a very poor punt ended up being a nice one for Cole Duggar as it took a Ram bounce. So with 1:17 to go, Rams with a 2-touchdown lead, 24-10. Mustang will take over at their own 33-yard line.
If you're Lee Blankenship and you're wanting a last-ditch effort, what are you doing here?
Well, I mean, I think your last-ditch effort was going to come at the 9-point mark. There's not a lot you can do here, and they've been committed to the run game all night long. I don't look for them to do a whole lot differently here. There's not much you can do with a trailing 14 points against this defense.
Back to throw is Conrad. He'll sling it right side. His pass falling incomplete.
Yeah, he was under duress there from Tristan Profit. But, you know, it really hasn't been conditions allowable for the passing game here this evening, and Conrad really has not been able to get into a rhythm because of that. So, you know, I'm not sure what you can do here to maybe you just go ahead and take a couple shots downfield. Let's see what they try.
Back to throw is Conrad. He slings it left side, connects with an open receiver. Oh, boy, that open receiver's drilled by Brendan Dye.
Yeah, he's not going to let go of you.
Minute left to play here.
And he put the clamps down on the running back that time and just pulled him down to the ground. Clock continues to roll as the running back's going to go down on the field, Grant. He's not even going to be able – trying to hop off on one leg, and he's just not going to be able to make it, and need to go ahead and take an injury timeout and make sure he's okay or help him get off the field.
45 seconds left to play in this one. Owasso will move to 8-0 tonight after this victory. Zach Harbaugh has texted into the broadcast from the Duralast Roofing headquarters. He says, Mallory remembers the yellow yield sign from when us older folks were kids. So
that's what it was.
That's what it was.
Yeah,
there you go.
I'm excited that people will listen, and they'll take the one thing. I got a text earlier, and I go, really, out of everything I've said, that's the one thing you get out of a 2-hour broadcast. So I'm glad I can be the stop sign, the go sign, or whatever out there for you. So thank you for listening. I appreciate that here this evening. So,
in basketball,
if I didn't make mistakes, no one would care, would they?
In basketball season, it'll just be right that someone from Sapulpa comes up to you, taps you on the shoulder, and says, "Yeah, hey, yield signs are red."
There
Steve.
we go. Yeah, I hope this lasts the rest of the year, or I won't know what to do with myself.
40 seconds left to play. Back to throw, gunning it up the middle is Conrad. His intended receiver drops it. He was aiming there for Will Haddix, the senior running back, or wide receiver, I'm sorry. You've said a lot of good things tonight. The best of
Tried to say most,
Well,
yes.
the best of it was I mean, just that long, extended yeah. I hope that's the play of the game tonight because, honestly, if it's not, I need to have a talk with Brandon Brewer. Back to throw. Looking is
going long.
The quarterback. And now it's almost picked off as Hayden Conrad throws it up the field, and Gage Laney was there to try to get it. as was Tristan Profit.
That's going to be your.
And that's it.
Let's see. Yeah, I thought
That's
there
it.
for a moment they might have had a roughing the passer, but not going to let it happen. So Rams come out here and take a knee. My favorite formation, my favorite play, the victory formation. As Bill Blankenship will be the first winner of the Blankenship Bowl.
Yes, he will.
I know he didn't want us to put a lot of emphasis on that because it's all about the kids, and that's what Coach B's all about as well, and I understand that as he just wanted to come in here. It's been a tough place to play for Owasso. It's been a hard-fought battle tonight between two really quality ball clubs, but this is going to set Owasso in the forefront of this district as they're going to slip out of here tonight with a 24-10 victory over the Mustang Broncos.
Cole Duggar taking that knee. Bill Blankenship runs to midfield and gives his cousin Lee Blankenship a firm embrace, and this one has come to an end tonight as your number one undefeated Owasso Rams move to 8-0 on the season with a 24-10 win here at Mustang tonight. It is finished. It is done. And hang on, we've got the First United Bank Mortgage Group Ram recap straight ahead. Steve will have a J and Company by the numbers stats update. We've got to name a McDonald's player of the game. A lot of work ahead of us. Stay with us. It all starts next on 100.1 KYFM. To the First United Bank Mortgage Group Ram recap as it's 24-10 final here in Mustang. The Owasso Rams moving to 8-0 tonight. I'm Grant Merrill along with Steve Mowry. Eagle Eye Rob Williams is crunching the numbers as we speak. Kelly Ward's down on the sideline with Coach B, and we'll hear from him here in just a moment. Steve, a hard-fought way to go to 8-0, but they did it tonight.
Well, it was a miserable night weather-wise with the misty rain coming down all day. There was really no crowd to speak of. And, one of the things we'll hear Coach Blankenship talk about is the fact that the Rams had to find their own energy. There was none from the crowd. There was no band, and it was just that type of night.
Yeah.
A lot of what we saw at Southmore. But the Rams came in and faced a very good Mustang Bronco team. They came in. They withstood the adversity. They overcame some things. I know that in our coaches show we're going to talk about overcoming penalties and mistakes because these are kind of things that are correctable. But, Grant, really, I've said all along, the only team that can beat Owasso is Owasso. And tonight they came out, long road trip, and really did what they had to do. The defense was stellar here this evening. The Rams able to establish long drives, but just kind of fettered out there in the red zone, if you will, again, due to the penalties. So those are things that will be correctable. I think you got to feel very good about coming down in a key district ball game to Mustang and come out with a 14-point victory, 24-10 over the Broncos. And that 10 points shows you how stellar the defense played here this evening.
Coming up, we'll name a McDonald's Player of the Game, brought to you by your 3 Owasso McDonald's locations, 76th Street in the Owasso Walmart, and also at Highways 20 and 169. Kelly Ward is down on the sideline with Coach Bill Blankenship.
We're here on the sidelines going into the locker room after a great game, tough team, rainy, cold night. What's your take on the game?
Well, I knew it would take toughness, and I thought we had it. I thought we demonstrated it really well. I tell you, defensively, we played against a really good Mustang team. That team scored a lot of points. They've done a lot of stuff, and they didn't help us a lot. We needed some turnovers. We did get some good stops on 4th down and a couple.
Well, we seem to have lost Kelly Ward. Hang on just a second. Let's see if we can get him back here.
That team scored a lot of points. They've done a lot of stuff, and they didn't help us a lot. We needed some turnovers. We did get some good stops on 4th down and a couple of turnovers, but offensively, I thought we were able to get on the ground and kind of grind it when we had to a little bit.
There are a couple of weeks on the road. Now we got 2 weeks at home. What are you going to be working on in the next few days?
Well, I think getting ready to play at our place, that's going to be huge. I think we've come close to clinching a home field advantage, so that's a big part. I don't know what the math looks like, but I know it's big to be playing at home when you get to playoff time. And so now we go back. We got more coming, a team that beat us a year ago. We've got to play well. They're an outstanding football team, great quarterback, and then we'll have Putnam North to finish it up.
Thank you, Coach.
All right.
All right, Kelly Ward with Coach Bill Blankenship. A happy Coach B tonight. Most important thing he said right there, home field advantage, Steve.
Yeah, that's going to be huge. The Rams have been road warriors here this week, and especially the last 2 weeks coming over to Southmore, coming over to Mustang. And, say what you want, but that trip can wear you out, especially on back-to-back weeks. And now the Rams can really handle their own fate as they will face the Moore Lions at home next Friday night in what will probably determine who really does get the home field advantage there in that first playoff game. More tonight, facing Owasso's opponent 2 weeks from tonight, Putnam City North. Moore Lions leading with 4 minutes to go in the fourth period, 27-13 over Putnam City North. So this thing is really going to play itself out here as Union has defeated Norman North 48-13. Union slipping back into the fold as well. And then in the other district, you got Broken Arrow and Jinx. Things starting to filter out, Grant, the way you really think that they're going to. But for Owasso, it's just taking care of their business. We hear Coach B talk about it every week. Just do the things that they do, and things will play out just fine.
24-10, the final score. We'll take our final break and be back with more of the First United Bank Mortgage Group Ram recap. Our J & Company CPAs by the number stats update coming straight ahead as well. And we'll name a McDonald's Player of the Game here in just a few. You're listening to Owasso Ram Football on 100.1 KYFM. Mustang Broncos got put down tonight as they're actually going and making a circle on the field and doing
Senior
something.
night.
It is senior night. Last night on their home field, and Owasso ends up winning it 24-10. And with our J & Company CPA by the number stats update, what do those stats look like, Mr. Mallory?
Well, not as potent as they have been in recent weeks, and of course a lot of that due to the weather here this evening. It's been a wet field all night long, cold, drizzly rain on and off throughout the evening, and so most of the numbers really were on the ground as we look at Owasso. 34 carries for 179 yards. Cole Duggar through the air, 11 of 21 for 178 yards. On the other side, 42 carries for Mustang, 215 yards, only 44 yards through the air, as Conrad was 7 of 16. Total yardage in the game, 357 yards for Owasso to 259 for the Broncos. Rams had 2 turnovers in the ball game. One was on 4th down. That came back in the second quarter as Brendan Dye recovered a fumble as Mustang trying to go for it on 4th down. And then the big one was whenever the Rams had a punt and Mustang, we'll say fumbled it, but it actually touched the punt receiver, and the Rams able to recover, and that led to a Ram score there in the fourth quarter. Looking at the individual numbers, Phillips for Mustang, 21 carries for 135 yards. He was the workhorse for the Broncos. Brown had 12 carries for 66 yards. Conrad, as we mentioned, 7 of 16 for 44 yards. I would guess that would be his season low as he came in with a lot of passing yardage coming into tonight's ball game. His main receiver was Martin, who had 2 receptions for 34 yards. For the Owasso Rams, Derek Overstreet, 16 carries, 103 yards. Mario Kirby, we saw him actually line up in the backfield for the first time here this evening. 7 carries for 39 yards and a touchdown. Cole Adams had a carry for 28 yards, and then Cole Duggar had 6 carries for 11 yards. Duggar, 11 of 21, 178 yards. 2 touchdown passes, one to Peyton Lusk, who had 4 receptions on the night for 32 yards. The other pass touchdown was to Cole Adams, who had 2 receptions for 96 yards, 57 of that coming on the touchdown play there in the second quarter. As the Rams scored on one play, it covered 57 yards. That really put the Rams up 14-0. Overstreet had a catch for 17 yards. Thomas, 2 catches for 11 yards, and then Keelan Carney had a reception for 10 yards. So the Rams come out tonight, did what they have to do. I think ball security was a big thing for Owasso here this evening. No turnovers in the ball game, and again, through 8 games this season, Cole Duggar has not thrown an interception. So kudos to him and the great job he has done in the pocket, not forcing any balls to anybody and making good decisions, but also having receivers that can go up and come down with those 50-50 balls in the air.
I sent our producer, Joe Riddle, a text message. Joe, you can join us on the air here if you want. Do you have that first touchdown that was called tonight? Can you replay that?
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
well, never mind. It'll play about 5 more times on KYFM tonight.
Boy.
So.
Oh, boy.
Okay, well, you can hear it on the scoreboard. So the only reason I wanted you to play it, thank you, Joe. It wasn't dandy. And I'm sure we'll hear it again on social media this week. But, Steve, I tell you, I'm voting for Cole Adams as our McDonald's player of the game, the freshman, the receiver, hauling it in on what is bound to be the play of the game tonight and getting that first touchdown to put Owasso up 6-0.
Yeah, I got to give it to him as well because, I mean, he does so much. But when he catches the ball, he's so electric. And just a freshman, as I mentioned earlier, Grant, I'm so excited to see the young man do what he does for Owasso right now. We got him for 3 more years, and it's going to be exciting to see how he develops and grows with this Owasso Ram football club. But tonight, playing a big role, extending the Rams' lead to 14-0, and that really changed the complexion of the ball game as far as what Mustang needed to do to get back in this, and they just didn't get back in it.
Well, next week the Moore Lions in town, and that's going to be a dandy of a ball game. Putney City North in the next week as well.
Yeah, I mean, those are the two teams left in the division race, and Moore defeated Putnam City North here tonight, or in Oklahoma City tonight. They'll be coming over to Owasso. The good news there, Grant, is we don't have to travel 2 hours down the turnpike. We've got that as a home game, Putnam City North as a home game, and hopefully a first-round home playoff game.
It's sure looking like that, and then after that, man, maybe a neutral position somewhere if we can keep on rolling.
Yeah, it should be a lot of fun. I think Coach Blankenship's going to like where his ball club is. They played well tonight under these horrendous conditions, if you will. Again, the one thing he'll talk to us about, he'll want to clean up. A lot of penalties in this ball game. We expect to see that when we come over here to the west side, but still yet things that he'll want to get corrected and get this club ready for a run into the playoff. We're basically in playoff time right now.
Steve, anything we missed tonight?
No, I think it's been great. The Rams 8-0. They came in, did what they had to do in a place that's been tough to play historically for Owasso. And if you can come in here to Mustang, get a victory, and go home with an 8-0 record, you got to be pleased with that performance.
Joe, did you find that? Did I hear that briefly play, our little touchdown call there? No. Well, play that first one. I want to hear Steve's big release of energy there. We'll just put it that way. Hit it. All right, go ahead. Okay. That was Mario Kirby. It may have been the second one, Joe. All right.
Okay, yeah, I might have been a little excited. Okay, then I got a little excited again. I'm not going to lie. I know. Yeah. I'm not going to lie. I like when Owasso wins. I enjoy that. I love these kids.
Joe, if you know how to auto-tune things, we will have you
oh, boy.
We'll have a finished product. All right. Well, we appreciate each and every one of you for tuning in tonight. It's been it's always fun to win. It's especially fun because this is one of the first wins ever at Mustang in a long time.
It's the only one we've ever had. We're 0-2 here on this field. We were ahead in the series 3-2. This makes it 4-2, but we were 0-2 here, and so very exciting to be able to come out here and head home with a victory.
24-10, the final score. Thank you to Kelly Ward on the sideline. Thank you to the Eagle Eye, Rob Williams, who crunched all of our numbers tonight. Thank you, Steve Mowry. Thank you to Gabe Kessler, Brock Crawford, all the Owasso Sports Network crew tonight for producing it on TV. And thank you to all of our wonderful advertisers who made it possible tonight. For our entire crew that I just mentioned, and Joe Riddle back in the studios of KYFM, I'm Grant Merrill saying good night, God bless you, and thanks for listening. Owasso beats Mustang 24-10 tonight. Good night, everybody.